ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? What is going on? Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning for some. Today we're gonna be doing the Sorcerer deep dive, man. What's going on, everyone? What is going on? Cooper, what's going on? Mike, yeah, listen, it's not every day Sky lets me out of the basement. I decided let's put on our Sunday's best, huh? Herc! What up? What up? What up? Guys, what's going on? Listen, we're going to give it a few minutes. Let some people kind of get into it. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a poll here for what build you guys want to kind of go over first. One sec. Let's do this. All right. How is everyone doing today, guys? Josh, what's going on, brother? Josh, I missed you, bro. I missed you a lot. Kirk, I missed you. I'm seeing a lot of lightning. Holy crap. Listen, I'm going to be real with you guys. I was diving deep the whole weekend. And I feel like lightning is my least favorite one. I can't lie to you. Oh, Priest, what's going on? Yeah, listen, fire looks sick. Let's see. We'll give it a couple of minutes. Josh, gotta decide what food to order. Let's go with some barbecue. It's Sunday, bro. Deep is good. Listen, we went deep. Is the end game going to be the same as D3? I mean, listen, it's a Diablo game at the end of the day, right? We're gonna be doing our thing, slaying, looting. Get Taco Bell. It's always good. Herc, you're crazy. Herc, how many days in a row did you eat Taco Bell that one time? What was it? 45 days in a row, something like that. Fire. How do I see the results of the poll? Oh, it's actually just showing me who's winning right now. Oh, Fire's winning. Okay, cool. How deep? Listen, 2 inches deep. 55 days to be exact. Taco Bell. That's great. All right, listen, we got. We'll give it another 30 seconds, then we'll kind of get into it. Main class Sorc Fire. Let's go, Lance. Listen, Fire looks sick, bro. I think Fire is gonna be the one I'm gonna end up maining. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. But Fire looks good. Frost looks pretty crazy. There's some good stuff going on with Fire. I'm telling you right now. Sheesh. Coming from someone who loves dots, Fire looks good. Herc, shows how committed you are to Taco Bell, huh? Oh, Fire is definitely hotter than me, Dan. Definitely hotter than me. It's all about the KFC this weekend. Actually, did anyone go to KFC and get that chicken sandwich for their spot in early access, or what's going on? Aaron, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? Hydra is good. Hydra looks like it could be good. I mean, out of the conjuration abilities, that lightning spear looks like it's probably going to be... It looks the best to me out of them, but we'll see. Sage. Fire seems to do kind of meh. Ooh. Well, you know what? Actually, that makes sense because it does look like from the talent tree that Fire is going to take some levels to really come online. So I could believe that. I think Frost is going to be the best early on. All right, I guess let's get right into it. We waited enough time. Let's get some ones in the chat if we're excited to get going, everyone. Let's get some freaking ones in the chat. Hydra has no CD though. Well, none of the conjuration abilities have CDs. They're all mana based. So as long as you got the mana, you got them. Holy crap, stealth killer. You're the man, bro. 4:07 a.m. You're still here. That's pretty real. That's real right there. All right, let's get into it, y'all. What are we going to dive into today? Listen, why should you play the Sorcerer? We're going to check out their aesthetics. We're going to go over their unique class mechanic. We're going to dive into the skill tree and see what we can do for some builds, man. We're going to do one fire, one frost, one lightning. We're going to get into it all. And we're going to look at some legendary aspects for each build, see how it goes. PvP discussion. You know, we'll get into some PvP. Little hints. One of them looks a lot better for PvP than the rest. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Remember the days where there was only 15 of us in here. Oh, man, Herc. I don't know if we made it, but we certainly did something. All right, ladies, let's look at these aesthetics. We're going to look at these Sorc aesthetics. Listen, you see that? That right there is the one. Sorc's looking pretty clean. Listen, are they as cool as the Necrome? No, but when has Mage ever been as cool as Warlock, you know? They got some cool looking stuff. Look at that. Gold, red. Listen. It's classic. It's classic Sorc. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's looking clean. Raise? Let's raise up. We got to raise, guys. I'm a little low. There we go. Now I'm level. All right. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at this Sorc skills showcase real quick. Dude, the armor sets are looking good, Coop. Let's see what we got going on here. Firebolt. Ooh, that frozen orb looks good. Any mages from WoW in the chat that like a little frozen orb going action here? Ooh, Incinerate. Listen, our fire build is going to be based around Incinerate. We have any New World players in the chat? Flamethrower New World players? Ooh. Ooh. We got some first looks at some new animations that honestly there's not much footage of for the Sorc, but we got some brand new animation. Look at that ice blade. Ooh. That thing is clean, boy. Hydra. Hydra's looking good all day. All day. Lightning Spear to me. I don't know why I love the way Lightning Spear look. Thing. Ooh. Thank you for being real, bro. Blizzard. Ooh. Listen. Frost mages in WoW. We know again. Yeah, no. Listen. Stefan. They stole a lot. Look at that ball of lightning. Whew. Meteor. Oh, God. Meteor looks good. Firewall. Ooh. Listen, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. After diving really deep into the Sorcerer, yeah, 100% I got to be playing it in the beta, guys. I have to. Does it look similar to D2 Sorcerer? Yes, it does. It does. But since when is that a bad thing? Am I right? Any Diablo 2 Sorcerers in the chat? D2 Sorcerers. Let's get some ones in the chat if you played the Sorc in D1, D2. Listen, we got beta next week. Guys, we got early access beta next week. Holy crap, how lucky are we? How lucky are we? Quick little sip of coffee, no big deal. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start diving into some builds. It looks like, as of right now, we have fire up top. If you don't want fire, get your vote in. Get your vote in. But right now, we're going to dive first into fire once we get into the builds. But let's go over some pros and cons of the Sorc. So why are we going to play the Sorcerer? I mean, let's get into it. Pros. Listen, some of the best mobility in the game. And I know right away, obviously, teleport is crazy. Wait, we can't close the poll yet. We're going to let the poll stay open, Kaylin. Let's let the poll stay. I know we want fire to win. And by the way, I'm with you. Oh, close poll. Listen. You know, we'll see what happens. But first pro, mobility. Guys, outside of just teleport. Yeah, no, I figured you meant close. Yeah, my bad. You know how it is. But outside of the outstanding mobility with teleport, they have a lot of, like, they're using the enchantment feature and the enchantment system. There's a lot of different ways of getting mobility. There's a lot of ways of getting mobility through legendary aspects. Let me tell you. This class is mobile, and if built right, you're going to be flying around, which you might end up needing it for some of these builds, because this really is We're glass cannon here, ladies and gentlemen. We are glass cannon. Holy crap. Insane crowd control. I mean, we're talking about Frost Novas. We're talking about slows. We're talking about blizzards. We're talking about stuns through lightning spec. I mean, the amount of different CC. There's some CC through fire if you get some legendary aspects. It is, I mean, you're all over the place. Being able to control the battlefield is definitely something that this class shines at. You know, listen, of course, Frost a little bit more than others, but you can't fault it for that, right? I think, in my opinion, that's the best reason to go Frost. But insane crowd control. Amazing AoE. Listen, doesn't matter what build you're going, whether you're Frost, Fire, Lightning, you're going to have great AoE. Whether you're summoning meteors, blizzards, frozen orbs, the AoE is insane. Insane. I'm sure, from a show of hands, how many of you guys have used the Sorc in the past to just grind and farm for other characters just because of how good they are? Yeah, Josh. Frost for group synergy is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. You can't be a cannon at the start. You'll just be glass. Yeah, listen. I mean, that's usually how mages and sorcerers, wizards go in the beginning, right? Because you don't really get to come on with that great damage until later on. But we all know the payoff, don't we? We all know what that payoff is going to be. I mean, you know, maybe it's a little rough riding in the beginning, but whew, get to that end game, get to those end builds. Listen, they're the kings. They're the kings of farming. They're the kings of AoE. But yeah, Josh, Frost or group synergy, because of the vulnerability that they're going to add and the shield effects, they're going to be insane. All right, so cons. Let's get into some of the cons. Listen, there's a couple of cons. They're not the perfect, right? Holy crap, guys. Frost just overtook Fire for the first one that we're going to go over when we get into builds. I have to say it. Listen, I got to bring it up. I didn't think that's huge. Can we get some huges in the chat? Can we get some huges in the chat that Frost just overtook Fire? I can't believe it. I thought Fire was going to be the freaking biggest one by far. Let's go. Honestly, Frost is my favorite. I'm biased to Frost. It looks insane. So look huge. All right, cons. Guys, listen. You're squishy. We all know that. Anyone who's played, whether you're a mage in WoW, sorcerer in D2, guys, we know. We know. You're squishy. Sorcerer is squishy, right? But, you know, you make up for it. You're squishy, though. You get hit once or twice. You could be down if you get hit by a big mob. Another con, low group utility. Outside of the Frost build, you're not going to have a lot of utility. Don't get me wrong. You get to make people vulnerable with the Frost. You get to chill them up. But the utility is low. This is a great class for maybe some solo play outside of that Frost build. Fire is going to be good for solo. Lightning will be good for solo. Frost has some good group synergy, but for the most part, I would say maybe the lowest group utility of any of the classes in the game. And maybe Barb has that spot, but you're up there for the lowest. Okay? Unique class mechanic. Guys, this is a very, very interesting one. To be honest with you, I feel like until we get our hands on it and get to actually use it in practice, I'm not sure I'm really grasping it just yet. I feel like using it in practice is going to help. But what it does is, for every kind of skill that you have, instead of slotting it onto your bar to be used as an active ability, you're going to get to use it as what they're going to call an enchantment, which is going to give it different like passive effects. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, Fire has some enchantment effects that are insanely game-changing, to where you might be using some of the Fire enchantment effects in every build for Sorcerer, no matter what. It's insane. You guys are going to know what I'm saying once we get into the build. But holy crap. You love Lightning builds? Yeah, listen. Lightning looks good, but I'm going to say this. I don't know why. I really feel like the Lightning tree seems a little half-baked. I feel like they have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. And maybe it's just the build I kind of dove into. It just seems a little bit half-baked. I don't know why. No. Wordsmith. Covert Wordsmith. Listen, Frost looks insane. Frost looks like a lot of fun. At first, I thought I was 100% all Fire. And I was like, dude, Frost looks horrible. But I went in and started looking deep into Frost. It looks crazy. Important to know, you can have a skill in your enhancement slot and your active slot at the same time. Yeah, that is no, it's insane. It's insane. But how many? This is a question I had, and I couldn't really figure it out. How many enchantment slots can you have? Does anyone know? Oh yeah, yeah. It looks like 3. Yeah, yeah. Frost would be the best for PvP. Was CC? Yeah, Herc. Definitely. I don't see. Just like in like let's talk about classic WoW. And listen, I'm gonna bring up my WoW bias from someone who that's been my main game for so long. Um, Frost and Ice, Frost Mage, it's always going to be good because of those slows, because of the defensives that it has. Oh, Coral, I see that you're a member. What's going on, baby? Yeah, it's 3. It's 3. I don't know why I saw that. Yeah, I'm sure they'll balance it, but let's be real. If we're talking about strictly PvP, I don't see fire or lightning kind of coming close. I really don't. Holy crap. How is everyone doing on this Sunday afternoon? Guys, I'm so blessed for the amount of people that we have here. 200 people in the chat. Can we get some freaking huges if you're a member, or some ones in the chat if you're not a member, for the love that we're getting on a Sunday? Guys, this is a dream come true. Just to think, what is it? How long we've been in? 19 minutes ago, I was in a basement. Like, I was stuck in a basement. Sky had me stuck there, but he let me out. He said, put on Sunday's best. Don't embarrass me today. We're out. We're out. And as long as there's people in this chat, I won't have to go to the basement, guys. How lucky are we? He even got me a coffee, believe it or not. We got a coffee today. Hey, Herc. We have you to thank for letting me out of the basement, man. You're the one who shed some light on it. Love you, brother. I got coffee, and believe it or not, he even gave me some porridge for breakfast. We had some porridge. More porridge, sir. More porridge. Yeah, guys, I'm just clowning around. We're gonna get into it. I know you're here for the deep dive. We're gonna get into it. But guys, listen, this enhancement system is insane. To me, I think it's up there for one of the coolest. Is it as cool as maybe the Book of the Dead? No, I think that's the coolest one, but there's no way this is not insane. And there's some enhancement slots that are game changers. They're game changers, especially for some of the builds. But let's get into it. We're going to start talking about this skill tree. It looks like, right? Holy crap, Lightning. Yo, let's get some ones in the chat. Yo, Lightning just overtook the freaking poll. Ones in the chat for Lightning. If you're hyped for Lightning, let's get some ones. Let's get some huge. Let's get some love for the Lightning. My least favorite one, but it is what it is. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, before we go into talking about this, remember, we're currently in Act 2 of our membership goal on this channel. It means we're one step closer to Sky being able to let me out of the basement full time and, do this content creation thing full time. Listen, maybe I'll get more than 1 meal a week if we're lucky. At the end of the day, listen, it only comes with the help of you guys. Don't feel obligated for little old me. I'm going to, we'll get our food. Some people will get it, but there's insane benefits. You're going to get exclusive membership icons. You're going to get some early access to content. And, we've been looking into doing like a members only section of the Discord where we can get into maybe talking about upcoming videos and what we could do as a community, as a membership team. Listen, there's perks. There's perks, guys. Thank you so much. We love you all. If you can't join, if you can't donate, we don't care about that. We're so happy just to have you guys here. It means a lot. We're going to link the membership thing down here, guys, please, if you can. If not, don't worry about it. We're so happy to even have people that care to watch us on a Sunday afternoon. You guys could be with family. You could be doing anything you want. But thank you guys so much. We love you. Yeah, we're going to make a build already. I know. Listen. If as soon as I go into the build, that means we're closer to finishing, which means I'm closer to going back in the basement. I know you want me to rush it, but I gotta make this go on, dude. I gotta make it go on a little bit. Also, I'm gonna have to go back to my dirty old rags as soon as this is over. Let's do it, guys. Okay. So, right off the bat, there's a couple of different builds you can go with starting out with Lightning. Now, Lightning right off the top has two different things you could do. You could do more of like a shotgun-ish melee style of gameplay, right? Where oh, Michael, we got a new member. Michael, what's going on? Thank you so much, guys. Can we get some ones in the chat for Michael? Michael, thank you, bro. Thank you. I've seen you in all of the live streams. I've seen you in the comment section. Man, thank you so much. Let's get some huge. Let's get some comeback kids in the chat if you're a member. Oh, actually, you know what else? We haven't broke this out since we've been doing Diablo content. But can we get some yikes in the chat, y'all? I know you guys see it. If you're a member, you see that yikes. Listen, that's made famous by me. Yikes. Okay, listen, before I get killed by people, let's get into this build. This is crazy. We're going to get murdered if we don't. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, so like I was saying, there's a couple of different things that you can do. There's a shotgun build where you're a little bit more melee. You're not saying you're melee, but you're more close range, right? You're kind of in their face. You're using mobility. You're using these like shotgun-like abilities where you're kind of wanting them to all land at once. It's like a buckshot, if that makes sense. Now, if it doesn't, just let me know. I'll kind of go deep into it. That's not the build we're going to go into anyway. But that would start with Arc Lash, right? I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to go more of the range, focused, chain lightning-ish, spamming from afar, getting crit, and kind of, you know, making things work that way. Cooper, from what I understand, no, they're not going to be able to use the melee. It's just not the way this is going. What about the CD reduction? Bruno, what do you mean? What do you mean? 1 second. Quick coffee. Okay, so we're going to be going with Spark. Right off the bat, guys. Arc Clash has CD reduction. Yeah, no. What Arc Clash does is it's like a melee thing in front of you, and every 10 times you use it, it's going to stun enemies for 2 seconds that are hit with it after every 10 attacks. And yeah, it does get look, you'll see here. No, Arc Clash, there's no CDR there. But okay, so Spark, guys. Here's what we like here. Spark is going to be your lightning bolt, basically, right? Your little range pew pew. Okay. We're going to go in there, and then obviously you got to take Enhanced Spark. Now, this is good. Each time Spark hits, it's going to have a 20% chance to hit up to 3 additional enemies. This is a mini chain lightning for your basic non-mana spender ability. It's big. It's going to give you some AoE just on your basic attack, right? That's great. Now, there's 2 different paths you can go down. Here, you could go into Flickering Spark, which is going to give you every time Spark hits a 3% chance to spawn a Crackling Energy. I'm not really going to go into that. Crackling Energy, now listen, this is why I don't think it works for this build. Crackling Energy is these little things you're going to pick up on the ground, and it's going to kind of, when you pick them up, it's going to make melee radius lightning kind of strike enemies. For this build, it's not really what I'm going for. Okay, so we're going to go Glinting Spark. Now this is big. Spark is going to grant you 2% increased critical strike chance per cast for 3 seconds up to 10%. So you're going to be able to build some crit strike and then unleash it into your mana spenders. It's big. We're going to grab it. So yeah, 100%. That's what we're going to go with. Scott, what's going on? Listen, you're a little late, but I've been killing time. They're a little bit upset with me already, but like I'm saying, I'm telling you, once I get out of here, I'm going back to the hole. So we're killing a little time. Okay, guys, now, that's what we're going to do in the core and the basic skills, right? But, you can look at Arc Lash. Oh, okay. Yeah, we could save our, you know what, we could do that. Good point. Perk, the real ones ain't mad, my man. Listen, you know, I can't make everyone happy, but I want to try. We're going to try. We're going to try to make as many people happy as we can. What about using the fire skill enhancement with chain lightning activates to create burning chained explosions? Yeah, we're going to go into enhancement, the enhancement abilities that you should be using for sure, 100%. We're going to get into there. Don't worry about that. Okay, so Arc Lash has an interesting enhancement effect, right? And this is whenever you're hit, there's a 20% chance the attacker is stunned for 1 second. Okay, now, is that amazing? There's use cases for it. And I would say maybe you pick up the 1 point in it to get it early on. just to give that 20% chance to stun, right? It's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. You know, it's worth maybe the 1 point, okay? But let's get down into our core, okay? Listen, now once again, this is where lightning has a different chance to split off into more of that range, pew pew, chain lightning focus, or once again that shotgun style. Now, I'm sure you all know from D2, charge bolts, right? There's a great build with charge bolts, and I think it could do exceptional damage. For me, I'm not big on it. I don't like to have to be so close. I tried to make a build work with it. I just couldn't do it. So we're going chain lightning. We're going to be going into chain lightning right off the bat. Okay. Now, what's chain lightning going to do? I'm sure if you haven't played D2, what it's going to do is you're going to shoot it out, and it's going to chain from one enemy to the next up to 4 enemies baseline. Okay. It's pretty good. Listen, it's AoE. It's AoE. 35 mana cost. Can't go wrong. Anyone who used chain lightning in D2, could we get some ones in the chat if you used a chain lightning build in D2? All right. No ones. It's okay. Cooper. We got Cooper with the ones. There you go. All right. So, Coral, huge. All right. Next, enhanced chain lightning. This is going to make chain lightning go basically chain to 1 additional enemy. That's great. So listen. Is it game-changing? No, but you have to take it either way so that you could then get into the next point. There's 2 different kind of spreads you can go. You can go destructive chain lightning, which is going to make whenever chain lightning critically strikes, it has a 20%, 25% chance to spawn a crackling energy. Now, listen, in this build, I'm not really going for the spawning a bunch of crackling energies and using those to kind of do damage. You can. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not what I'm going for in this build, okay? So we're going to be going greater chain lightning. Now, this is cool. Every time chain lightning deals damage, or every time it deals damage to an enemy, it's going to deal 5% more to the next one. That's great. That means on the 5th enemy hit, it's going to deal 25% more damage, right? Yeah, 25%. My math is horrible. So we're going to grab that, okay? Now, hold on. Before we move on, let's look at the enchantment effect for charge bolts, right? Whenever you're hit, there's a 40% chance to release 5 charge bolts. Is that game breaking or game changing? No, not really. You know, there's a case to be made for it, but I don't think we need the damage from that. And we're hoping to not get hit. And if we do, I don't think the 40% chance of releasing 5 charge bolts is enough to warrant charge bolts. Am I right? I mean, let me know what you guys think. Is that something you'd want to slot into the enchantment effect? For me, no. That's not what I'm doing. Okay? So, we're going into chain lightning. After that, let's take a scroll down into this conjuration tree. Now, this, I feel like, is when thing gets fun. Okay? Now, out of all of the conjuration abilities, I'm going to be honest with you, the lightning one is my favorite. Maybe it's because of the animation. Maybe it's because it reminds me of Yondu's little arrow, right? Yeah, I don't know if the melee Sorc thing is a good idea. I mean, listen, Dan, I think there's a build where you could build a bunch of, like, whenever you get hit, you have a chance of kind of, I guess, almost like a Thorns type build, right? But it's not really what I'm trying to go for. And you'll see why once we get into that defensive tree. You're going to see what I mean. There's a couple of really great things. But, okay, Lightning Spear. Guys, who's seen Guardians of the Galaxy? We get some ones in the chat if you've seen Guardians. If not, listen, here's what I mean. This is just like Yondu's little arrow. You're going to pop this thing, and what's going to do, it's going to go crazy. Just start attacking enemies. I think we showed it in the skill showcase. To me, this thing is so badass, man. I mean, it's going to go crazy. Okay? Now, it's a 20-second cooldown, and it's going to seek out enemies. 6%, dealing 15% damage per enemy hit. Yeah, Josh, dude, no. You can make it pretty strong, and there's some legendary aspects that will make it even stronger. But let's get into this. Watch this one. Enhanced Lightning Spear, right? Lightning Spear is a 10% increased chance to critically strike against stunned enemies. Now, there's some ways we could start stunning that we'll get into in a little bit. But Obviously, we have to take that to get into the next one. Then it splits off. You have Summon Lightning Spear. Collecting crackling energy reduces the cooldown of Lightning Spear by 0.5 seconds. Oh, Herc! Can we get some love for Herc? Guys, listen. I want to say something about Herc. I know you guys are going to kill me. I'm getting off topic again. But Herc has literally been with me and Sky since day one of this channel, man. This dude has been here since the New World days. He might have been here since the first video we ever posted. Can we get some huges in chat for my man? Let's get some huges in chat. What is that? Oh. I'm dying. Guys, sorry, listen. I was at karaoke last night. I threw out my voice. Forgive me, I'm sorry. But yeah, guys, listen. Herc is great, man. He's been here since day one. We're so blessed to have guys who do show love like that. Honest to God, it is it's a blessing. It's a blessing. We have other guys like Josh, too. Josh has been here for a minute, but Herc has literally been here since day one, man. It's we're blessed. Herc, I love you, brother. I hope you and the family are good, man. I hope you and the family are good. Guys, sorry, we'll get back into it. I know you guys want to kill me. Actually, speaking of that, Sky, you might hand me that right there. Oh, gotta get the custom water jug like Sky. Josh, who do you think got Sky his? We got one too, baby. You think Lance doesn't have? Oh, Josh, you silly, silly man, you. It must be the Crimson Tide fan in you that got you, thinking I wouldn't have a custom freaking jug. Geraldo, I commented on one of your videos earlier, found today, and like that, you're being to the point in them, and don't waffle like others do. Geraldo, yeah, listen, I think I was the one who answered your comment. Thank you so much, man. We're so happy to have you. Aaron, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? Guys, can we get some love in the chat for Sky? Who's missing Sky today? I know I am. Today, I'm missing Sky a little bit more than usual. It's one of the first weekends he wasn't here hanging out with me, going over things and just talking about what content's going to be made and stuff like that. Guys, you really don't understand the work Sky puts into this this channel, man. When I tell you, Sky is working for real 13, 14 hours a day on content, thumbnails. The dude is another level. The dude is another level. No, Sky right now, we're not putting him in the attic today. We're actually allowing him to touch some grass today. Today, he's getting to actually go outside and to see the world, man. You know, he really is. The dude's locked up in this room 13, 14 hours a day. I have a day job I go to every day, and I come home. I go to work. He's working. I come home. He works for another 4 or 5 hours, and I work 10, 11, 12 hours a day. So the kid's great. I just want to show some love. Sky, my brother, I love him so much. Let's show some love for him in chat, man. It'd mean a lot if we can show some love. Sorry about that, guys. We're going to get back into it. I know you guys want to kill me. But okay, so Summon Lightning Spear. This is going to make collecting crackling energy reduce the cooldown by 0.5 seconds per crackling energy, kind of grab. Now, there is a build where this is going to be good, but that's not our build, ladies and gentlemen. We're going Invoked Lightning Spear. After critically striking, Lightning Spear has a 5% chance to increase stacking critical strike chance for its duration. So, listen, every time you crit, it has a 5% increased chance to stack the critical strike chance for its duration. That's insane. That's insane. Okay, so we're going to grab that. All right, now, next, we're going to grab Conjuration Mastery. Guys, this is basically free damage. While you have an active Conjuration skill, you're going to deal 2% increased damage. Listen, we're going to go 3 out of 3 on that. It's free damage. There's no way. There's a big problem I see with D4. Here's the issue. Botting and RMT. The in-game tradable currencies will doom D4 the same way bots destroyed every other MMO ARPG in the genre. Listen, that is a big topic, but I think right now they're talking about the only times that are tradable, what is it? When people are in your group? So, I mean, as of right now, I don't see how that will be a problem, but I do see possibly it being a problem, right? But that is a good question, and you know what? Maybe after the deep dive, I'd love to talk more about that. But these guys are going to kill me if I don't go into this build because, I've been bullshitting enough. Don't tell Sky I curse, guys. Okay, so Listen, we're gonna take that. All right. The other ones that we could take here, you could take lucky hit chance is increased by 5%. I'm not. I mean, you could. I'm not gonna take it. It's not something I'm so interested in. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we end up taking it later on. But let's get into defense, guys. Now, this is insane. This is gonna be insane, y'all. Okay. Right. Yeah, gold is infinitely tradable, but what is the use of gold? Right? What is the use of it? For respecking? Yeah, that's cool. I definitely want to talk more about this for sure. We're definitely going to talk more about this. This is awesome. No, don't need to be, dude, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. This is a great topic to talk about. I'm already getting hate from people for not staying on topic, so I don't want to piss them off, but I do want to talk about this with you. So either one, let's join the Discord. Let's start a discussion in there about it, or stay when we're done with all the builds. We'll go over it with whoever's left. Okay. Hey, Danielle, what's going on? Okay, guys, so I know we're a lightning build. You see teleport. It's insane. Sorcerer teleport, obviously, right? But I want you to look at this. I want you guys to look at this. Look at the enchantment effect for Flame Shield here. Okay? Look at this enchantment effect. Now, first we have to read the tooltip for Flame Shield. Engulf yourself in flames for 2 seconds, burning surrounding enemies for 7% per second. But that's not it. While Flame Shield is active, you are immune. So, basically, this is a 2-second pseudo, bop for any of my paladins from World of Warcraft in chat. Okay? 2 seconds. That's great. Listen, that's cool. That's a great button. It's a great oh shit button, right? But look at that this enchantment effect. Flame Shield automatically activates when you take fatal damage. It takes 120 seconds to recharge. Guys, that is every 2 minutes, you're going to have a cheat death. Every 2 minutes, just for slotting it into your enchantment slot. That is insane. Do you guys understand what a cheat death is every 2 minutes? Andy, what's lucky hit chance for? So, lucky hit chance is every ability has basically a lucky hit chance, I guess, effect that it could give. Those are basically on-hit effects. Think of them like on-hit effects that you could get. And you could raise the lucky hit chance, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's just like it's a random proc. Zenko, how you get enchantment effect? You need to put all the points in? Good question. I'm not sure. Guys, can we get a confirmation? Do you have to put 5 out of 5 in it to get that, or will 1 point do? Can you improve and lower that 2 minutes? I believe there's some legendary aspects you can't. No, honestly, I don't. It would be too broken, I think. It'd be too broken. I'm not sure. Maybe you can, but I don't know just yet. For lightning with chain lightning enchanted, you want to blow through mana as much as possible. I take Frost Nova with the mana talent. Yeah, I mean, definitely we could take Frost Nova. But we got it. I honestly feel like this enchantment effect for almost any build for Sorc, I don't see how you can't take this. Does anyone disagree with me that a 2-minute cheat death is insane? If you disagree with me in chat, please say it. Please say it. I'd like to know. I'd like to know if you guys do. I think it's insane. I don't know why you wouldn't take that. It's mindless. You don't have to press a button, and you could literally just not die. It's a not die button. That's crazy. 2 minutes is a long time, though. Don't get me wrong. It is a long time. But you also will have so many other outs. I mean, you're going to have your teleport. You're going to have Frost Nova. You're going to have your stuns. I mean, dude, come on. I think it's a must pick for almost, especially in later difficulties where it's like if you get hit once, you're pretty much dead anyway, right? How many of you guys have just been one-shotted in later difficulties with Sorc, right? How many of you? Because I know you've gotten to the point where it's like if you get hit one time with this squishy class, you're dead either way, right? So yeah, no, I think it's a must. Maybe it's not for you. For me, I'm taking it every time. So we're putting 1 point in it. It's 2 minutes, yeah, but I'm sure some CDR can help, but whatever. Okay, so next, we're taking teleport. Obviously, teleport's great. Okay, now, We have to take enhanced, and then we could split here. You could do mystical teleport for 4 seconds after teleporting. Crackling energy deals 40% more damage. That's cool if you're doing this crackling energy build, but as we know, we haven't taken one crackling energy talent. We're not doing that. We're going to go shimmering teleport. And now this is going to reduce teleport's cooldown. I think this is a no-brainer. You need teleport to be on short as a cooldown as possible. That is what it's going to allow that flame shield 120 seconds to be, worth it. In D3, you don't take cheat deaths because the same spot can include more damage. Damage is always the answer. Yes, damage is always a good answer, but come on, man. I mean, listen, it's a 1 point. It's 1 point. For 1 point, it's worth it. It's worth it. And wait, hear me out. Because of that, because we're going to have that pseudo immunity every 2 minutes, we're going to go ahead and get glass cannon. Guys, this is exactly what the class is. You're going to put 3 out of 3 in here, and this is going to increase your damage by 18%. But take 9% more damage. Michael, listen. For casuals, I think all the more reason why the cheat death is needed, right? Because you're not going to play optimally all the time. And listen, we've all seen, this is Diablo. Sometimes you just get overwhelmed, and there's so many mobs on the screen. There's going to be a point. Maybe you teleport in the wrong space. Maybe, I don't know, you misclick because you're a little bit nervous. Listen, you've all been there. We've all been there. So yeah, it's all the more reason why Flame Shield is insane. And I don't mean to keep talking about it, but to me, it's such a standout thing, especially for only 1 point. It's insane. It's insane. But yeah, listen, Glass Cannon is a must. There is a build. I don't think Frost you would take it, but yeah, for Lightning, I think you need to. You need them all because you need the crits. You need exactly, Daryl. You just you hit the nail on the head, right? Getting Crackling Edge also restores mana, increase your chance of critting. Yeah, Daryl, good point. Good point. I do think Lightning is more of a late game build. And you know what I've seen from people who were in the closed beta? They were saying that the Lightning is not good at that level 25 cutoff. But yeah, so you need to put Flame Shield on the bar? No, it's going to go in your enhancement slot. This is going to go in your enhancement slot. You could put it in your bar. I wouldn't. I feel like the pseudo cheat death is better than the active because then, it's one less thing to have to worry about, right? So you're going to do that. Now, there is a case, and I kind of want to ask, what do we think? Should we take Frost Nova to have it on our skill bar, y'all? Are we taking Frost Nova? For me, listen, Frost Nova's strong. Frost Nova's strong. Personally, I would, but I want to know, what do you guys think? Yes, Daryl says yes. Coop, what do you think? I know you're in the chat. Are we taking Frost Nova or not? Danielle, listen, casuals need help. Casuals need help. Not everyone's good, and it's not even about being good or bad. Casual doesn't necessarily mean you're good or bad. But listen, I can hear already people crying on PvP about cheat death 100%, just like they do for cheat death mechanics in every game, right? They're broken. Have we thought about immunities? I think we will be able to break them in higher tiers. 1 point and you get a big radius and huge mana restore. Yeah. So, listen, we're taking it. We're taking it. Now, here's the real kicker. Are we going to get Enhanced Frost Nova? And are we then going to go for Shimmering Frost Nova for the mana? I think, listen, I think you have to. Yeah, I think the CC is so important. Also, the extra mana per enemy hit. 4 mana. Imagine, boom, you're surrounded. You do this, you might get a full mana bar or close to it, right? I think you got to get up to Shimmering Frost Nova. I think it's a must. Okay. Now, listen, this is a very crit heavy build, right? We're looking to crit a bunch. Elemental critical strikes reduce the cooldown of your defensive skills by 3%. This effect cannot occur. Can't freaking speak today. More than once every 10 seconds. I say you take this all day. I say you go 3 out of 3. That's 9% crit on your crits. Is going to reduce your cooldown. You have to. But yeah, definitely we're going there. We're going there. We're done with the defensive. We're done with the defensive tree. I don't see anything else we need here. Okay. Anyone else? What do you guys think? You think there's anything else that's needed? Oh, okay. I wonder if that works on the 2-minute cheat def too. I think it. What do you mean, Daryl? Sorry, I didn't see your first one. Okay, so now after that, after defensive, guys, we're gonna go into the mastery tree. Okay. Now, guys. Woo! Woo boy! I wonder if that procs would reduce the. Oh, that's a good question, Daryl. I don't know. I would think maybe it would proc on the 2 minutes and help. If it does, that's a great, right? Because imagine every 10 seconds, you're going to get a 9% reduction on that. It just makes that enchantment slot all that more effective. Okay, so. Listen. We all know what we're here for. We all know what we're here for. Can we get it in the chat for anyone who knows what we're here for in this mastery section? I already moused over it. Let's say it in all caps, baby. Can we get it all caps? Blizzard in all caps, babies. I want blizzards from everyone. Everyone in chat, let's get some big blizzards in all caps. I love Blizzard. I think it's cool. Listen, it's the name of the company. It's the name of the game. They've made Blizzard great in all freaking games. Boom. Hey, Robert, listen. We have a bill where we're going for Meteor, but not in this one, man. Not in this one. Yeah, Blizzard hype, dude. Blizzard freaking hype. Guys, I want you to think about this. And there's something we haven't brought up yet, and it's probably a misplay on my end to not bring it up, right? Frost, the chill on there is obviously strong. But what about the frozen effect that it can give people? We haven't talked about that. We also haven't. Oh, by the way, we're talking about Blizzard because I love Blizzard, but that's not even what we're here for. Sorry. That's how hyped I am to start talking about Blizzard. We're not even there. I just love Blizzard that much. Guys, no, we're not there. We're talking about Ball Lightning. You guys are freaking killing me. What's wrong with me? See? I'm all over the place. No, we're here for Ball Lightning, guys. While I love Blizzard, we're here for Ball Lightning. We're going to get into Blizzard later. Ball Lightning, who knows it? We all know it from D2. We all know Ball Lightning. Come on. Let's get some love for Ball Lightning. I know I messed up. We're not talking about Blizzard, though. Guys, I effed up. I'm real. Ball Lightning is going to put that slowly moving, beautiful, magnificent, giant ball of lightning. Guys, this is great. Obviously, we're going to be going into Enhanced Ball Lightning. This is going to make it deal damage 30%. A big whopping 30% more frequently. Awesome, right? Obviously, free extra damage. Now, you could then go into Wizard's Ball Lightning. If an enemy is hit at least 4 times by a cast of Ball Lightning, a Crackling Energy is formed. Pretty good if we were going Crackling Energy. Now, we've already gone this far and have avoided all of the Crackling Energy talents. We might as well stick to our guns, baby. Mage's Ball Lightning. Each time Ball Lightning hits an enemy, it deals 2% increased damage up to a 30% chance. Diablo 4 hype it. Thanks for the content. Y'all are my go-to series. Enjoy the community. Michael! Yo, let's get some huge in the chat from my boy, Michael. Michael, thank you so much, brother. It means a lot, man. It really does. Guys, listen. I'm so grateful for everyone who donates, who becomes members. All of that. I want to thank you all so much. Honestly, it means the world to me. You guys should have seen the other day, I was lurking in Sky's stream. And I swear to God, I was tearing up because I'm watching my brother's dream come true right before my eyes. I'm like, yo, this kid, it's like the 15 hours a day he's been putting in, day out. It's paying off. It's paying off. And I'm going to be real with you guys. Listen. We've always loved Diablo. We've always played Diablo. You know, we've never been like super serious about Diablo where we were like #1 on the ladder or anything like that, right? But we've always played Diablo off and on our whole lives, okay? And when we decided to get into Diablo content, we were like, listen, we know we're going to play the game. We love the franchise. We love the lore. We love everything about Diablo. let's just throw some Diablo content out there and let's just see what happens. We don't care about the views. Let's just do it because we love the game. We love the series, right? And right away we started putting Diablo content out, and it instantly started doing better numbers than any of our content we've ever done. Bro, I can't believe it. I remember me and Sky, we posted one of the videos one day, and sorry guys, I know I'm going off topic. I just have to say this. But we posted a video. We woke up and it was at like 100,000 views, and we're like, holy shit, we can't believe it. We can't believe it. So now every time we post a video, it just keeps hitting #1. And it's our #1 video every time. It's a blessing, and we have you guys to thank for it. And listen, I really was. I was tearing up the other day when I saw Sky's stream. It was spectacular, and the fact that you guys are reciprocating love and showing it to me, it's amazing. I thank you guys so much. Sorry, I know I'm off topic, and if people have left, forgive me. I don't mean to make you guys leave. I wanted to say that to you guys. Sky left the room for a minute, so I just wanted to get real and talk. Can't have him knowing I was crying on his behalf. Imagine. Sheesh. Can we get some yikes in the chat actually for my story I just told? But yeah, no, Marlo, I love the lore of any game I play. Honestly, that's my #1. That's my #1 reasoning for loving games. Yeah, what's the basic and core skill? I missed it. So strangeness, guys, we're just gonna go up for him real quick to show him what we've been building here. If you guys don't mind, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go up for him. We'll come right back to the mastery skills, okay? But the core, listen. Basic first, we're gonna be going Spark. We're not going Arc Lash. There is an Arc Lash build, but it's not what we're going for. We're going with Spark, okay? We're gonna go Spark. That's like a mini Chain Lightning that doesn't cost mana. We're gonna go Enhanced Spark. That's gonna make it deal extra damage, and then we're gonna go Glinting, okay? Next core, we're going Chain Lightning. This is what listen. I like to call this the Palpatine build, right? Unlimited power. Yeah, this is what we're doing here. So we're going Enhanced Chain Lightning, and we're going Greater Chain Lightning because we wanted to deal increased damage for every member it hits, every person, right? Every enemy. Screw them. That's all you missed. I went really fast over it. That's it. Danielle, thank you so much. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Cooper, once again, you're the man. Thank you for just, always being there, showing love. Herc, I don't know if you're still in the chat. Love you, brother. Why are y'all still supporting Blizzard, though? Please explain. What do you mean? I'd love to know. Okay, so back to Mastery, guys. So we're going Ball Lightning, Enhanced Ball Lightning, Mage's Ball Lightning. Guys, this is going to make Ball Lightning basically do some insane damage. Coop, you're a moderator, right? Just in case someone starts saying some crazy stuff. Let's, beep bop out. Whoa, Waldo, we got another member. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get some huges in the chat. Huge. Herc, thank you, bro. Let's get some actually, you know what? I don't want to do the sky thing. Let's get some freaking yikes in the chat. Waldizio, what's going on, baby? Yikes! Where are my Wrath of the Lich King boys at? Who were with me when we started the yikes? Actually, anyone other than Herc that was here when we started the yikes? Now, hold on 1 second. I just gotta pull up my notes. 1 second, y'all. Okay, so yeah. Now, other in the mastery tree, there's some cool things you could do that you could possibly get. Like this, there's an enchantment slot here that's not too bad. Direct damage has a 50% chance to spawn a firewall. It's not something I would do, but you can. You can. Now this is what is going to make your... Excuse me, sorry. This is what's going to make your crackling energy, guys. Restore mana. This is big. Listen, even if we're not, going for the crackling energy, we're going to take it. It's 12 mana per energy restore. You're still going to spawn some crackling energies. It's free mana. You might as well take it. Okay? Now, This is good. This is good. Static Discharge. Lucky hit. Critical strikes with shock spells have a 5% chance to form a crackling energy. Now, we're going to be critting a lot. So we'll take this too. And let's look here. Every time you stun an enemy, you deal 15% lightning damage to them. Hear me out. I know we haven't gotten in any of the stuns yet, but we'll take it. Okay? Hear me out. We're going to get there. So we're going to take those. After that, ladies and gentlemen, where are we going? Also, Caleb, sorry guys, he's saying some really good stuff that I want to acknowledge because, and Herc too. I'll never always be around. I'm like a leech except for fame and money. I just want friendship. Herc, you know you could hit me up anytime. I'm here for you, bro, because you know what? You're always here for me, so I appreciate that. Also, can we get some highs in the chat for our new member, Wadlizio? If I'm saying that wrong, forgive me. I'm sure I'm freaking butchering your name. But let's get some love in the chat for him real quick. Caleb, the dev team worked their ass off to produce this game that many people love. D4 literally looks like a famous painting. That's how much dedication the team has. Listen, I just want to say this. I know people have a lot of animosity and hate built up for Blizzard right now. And I'm not saying it's completely unjustified, okay? But I want you to know, none of the shady stuff that was going on in the office or anything like that had to do with this Diablo 4 team. And I also want you to know this. The Diablo Immortal team was literally not an in-house Blizzard team. That game was basically freelanced out to another company. That was not an in-house Blizzard game. It has the Blizzard IP. It is technically Diablo, but that wasn't made by a Blizzard team. So, listen, yes, you guys, everyone has the right to be skeptical about Diablo 4 kind of maybe turning into Diablo Immortal. And even if you hate Diablo Immortal, if you've played it, you could admit the gameplay's not that bad for a mobile game. Outside of pay to win, it is a pretty cool game. But D4, yeah, Stuffed Pigeon. Listen, D4 is a make or break, I believe, for Blizzard, but let's not shit on the game until it's out, guys. Like, why be negative on it and before? I always choose, if we haven't played it yet, let's be positive on it until we get to play it. Then, if we all hate it after beta, me and Sky will crucify the game. Don't be wrong. We'll shit talk the game. We're not paid by Blizzard. Okay? We'll shit talk the game. We'll move on to the next game. And if we lose followers, we lose subs, whatever. It is what it is. But right now, we're making content on this game because we believe it's going to be good. If it turns out it's not, it is what it is. But let's not live our whole lives being negative on stuff before we get to try it. Let's be positive and hope that it ends good. And if that's copium or whatever it might be, who cares? I'd rather live positively than negatively. So whatever. That's my rant. I know I'm freaking horrible and I'm taking too long to go down this list, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get into the ultimates, though. The fact that... Holy shit! Josh, you don't have to, bro. Josh, I know, I love you, bro, but I don't want you to feel like you have to. I don't want you to feel like you have to, but God, let's get some freaking huges in. Actually, no, not huges, guys. Remember, yikes. We're yikes. Sky is huge. Huge yikes in the chat from my boy, Josh. Josh, is your boy going #1 from Alabama, by the way? Sorry, guys, off topic again. Is your boy going #1 in the draft from Alabama or not, Josh? I need to know what you think. I didn't get to see him play so much. I didn't watch much Crimson Tide football. I think I watched like 2 games. He looked all right. He looked pretty good. Then again, he's the only quarter. I don't know. The other kid was pretty good too, but he's probably one, right? Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, so guys, sorry. Let's get into it. Ultimates. Okay. Tyler, no, I am not the same guy. That is Sky. I am Lance. I am his older brother that he has trapped in the basement. He told me I could come on stream today only if I put on my best suit and come on. So I'm allowed out of the attic or basement. Depends. Every day he changes me. This morning he was in the basement, but he gave me some porridge before I came on stream for sustenance. And he said, listen, you have 3 hours max. You make it work, you little turd, you. So listen, I'm here and I'm going to take the most of it. Lance dance. Listen, I don't dance, but I was singing karaoke. And let me tell you, whew, it was a good time, ladies and gentlemen. Cooper, I'm going to take you up on that offer. Maybe one of these days. But okay, guys, listen. This ultimate, to me, is my favorite part of the Lightning build. It is what's going to make this thing feel hectic, feel fun, and really, I think it's going to make it very interesting, okay? I'm skeptical that Blizzard will ever have the talent to dethrone D2. Need to see more battle and gear mechanics, but the 4-player party limit is already a huge no-no for me. Listen, we don't know if it's going to dethrone D2 or not, but that's a hard pedestal to put a game on before it comes out, right? Like, let's not... Listen, it's a Diablo game, so obviously the comparisons are going to be there. But D2, for many people, is considered a masterpiece. Let's not automatically go there to start comparing it to that. And even, honestly, even if it's half the game D2 ever will be, that makes it better than 90% of games out. So I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I don't know about you, but I'm good with it, guys. I'm an old gamer and enjoyed the original Diablo. I'm looking forward to Diablo 4. Just hope they make respecs free or low cost. Scott, they said while you're leveling, it will be cheap. And then as you kind of get higher, it will ramp up in price. Too many negative voices in our communities, movies, TV, game, and everything else in our lives. Let's hate destroy us. Dude, wildfire stuff, I 100% agree. Let's try to be positive, for sure. For sure. I try to be positive. I know Sky does. We get called shills for it all the time. I don't know why we get called shills when we have videos on Diablo where we voice our concerns and shit talk the games a little bit. But whatever. That's neither here nor there. Skip, that's neither here nor there. Michael, I am actually me and Sky are both officially 24 for the next 2 months. We are both 24 years old. We are 10 months apart, me and Sky. Hi everyone, can we get some highs in the chat for you play well? Oh, poll ended, guys. Yeah, we're both 24. There's only 6 ability slots. Yeah, there's 6 abilities, 3 enhancement slots. Okay, so guys, unstable currents. This thing is insane. It's not, listen, I'm not saying it's my favorite ultimate. I am not saying it's my favorite ultimate, but read this, guys. Lightning surges within you for 10 seconds. Whenever you cast a lightning skill, another non-basic lightning skill is also cast. Guys, hear that. Hear that. Whenever you cast a lightning skill, an additional non-basic lightning skill is cast. Now, attack speed build, yo. Yikes! Listen, this is like the only Inferno's cool. It's like a fire and forget. Deep freeze is cool because it gives you immunity. It's gonna slow. It's gonna do a bunch of damage. But this one is gonna make you feel like your freaking character is on crack. I mean, you're gonna be boom, 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 boom. You're gonna probably start seeing so many ball lightnings going out. And now what you're gonna do is imagine we just buffed the crap out of ball lightning. Remember, each time ball lightning hits an enemy, it deals 2% increased damage. Imagine you're freaking machine gunning out these attacks. You might have 4, 5, 6, 7 ball lightnings out, right? Like you're spamming your chain lightning and ball lightnings are coming out. My question is this though. This is Danny DeVito's and I just started blasting. Yeah, exactly. It is exactly that, Karma. That's exactly it. But my question is this, and maybe someone can confirm, the tooltip is a little misleading here. Will it work with, because it says it will summon out a non-basic lightning ability, right? But will it work, and will it start shooting out other abilities if you're shooting out, say, a Spark? Will Spark make other non-basic lightning abilities come out? Because if that's the case, holy crap, right? Holy crap, that's insane. Lightning equals graphics card build. Yikes. So okay, listen. To me, that seems like the most fun ultimate ability, right? Then we're going into prime unstable currents. Unstable current, guys, listen to this. Listen to this. Unstable currents increases attack speed by 25% while active. Guys, did you just hear that? Did you just hear? Let's say that again. Unstable currents increases attack speed by 25%. That is insane. That is unlimited power. That is gonna make, you talk about machine gun? If that's the case, let's just start freaking building as much attack speed as we can. This is insane. This is insane, bro. Okay, so we're grabbing that. Then, obviously, Supreme Unstable Currents. While Unstable Currents is active, collecting crackling energy increases its duration by 25%. Now, this is one of the only thing that would make me kind of consider rechanging the build to start getting every crackling energy talent you can get, right? Because that's insane. And I feel like in the end game, that's going to be the move. But while leveling, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Okay? Can we play cross-platform like PC with consoles in the same party? You know, Josh, I was wondering the same thing. I don't know if you... I don't know. I believe cross-console is a thing, but I don't know how the parties are going to work. 5-head! Oh! Holy crap. Guys, we got to get some love for 5-head in the chat. Guys, come on. Can we get some love for the #1 New World creator in the game? Yikes! Okay. Guys, listen to this. Now, the other ones we're taking in Ultimate. Coursing Currents. Hitting enemies with shock spells increase your critical strike chance by 1%. Resets upon getting critical strike. Okay, we're getting 3 out of 3 in there. That's going to give us our 3% every time we strike with a chance to get more crits. It resets, but it's going to still give us more crits. It is what it is. We're taking it. Electrocution. Up to you. Enemies deal 5% less damage for 5 seconds after being critical strike. To me, I don't think this is useful. Yeah, you could get up to 15% after a crit, but Listen, we're now level 50. We're now 15, guys. So we're kind of high up there. That's it. But listen, these are other. I want to go over everything. Listen, this is huge. Critical strikes with shock spells increase your attack speed by 5% for 2 seconds. Imagine, guys, that with it, this is so good. Oh my god, this is so good. Conduction is so good. Imagine with that build. Oh my god, it could be everything, to be honest with you. Okay? Now, convulsions. This is where yeah, we ran out of skill points, but this was not really to go over the build. This is just going over all the good things you can do with light, okay? Convulsions. Lucky hit. Skills have a 3% chance to stun enemies for 2 seconds. You gotta take that. You have to take it. It's so good. Listen. Wow, you went with the only mana spender being Ball, Lightning, Lightning Spear, and Chain Lightning or Enchanted slots every 2 casts is a free. Yeah, that's pretty great. Daryl, that sounds insane. And I hope you're in the Discord to link that to everyone. Okay. Now, Capstone. Listen, everyone. Capstone, here's what we're talking about here. I like, personally, there's 2 for Lightning. There's this Veer's Mastery. Close enemies take 10% more damage from your shock skills and deal 20% less damage to you. I'm not planning on being close to anyone. So, to me, that's not what I would take. Then you have Overflowing Energy. Crackling Energy hits 1 additional enemy. Each time a Crackling Energy hits an enemy, your shock skill cooldowns are reduced by 1 second. I think that's the one you take, right? That's what I would go. Okay? Now, what do you guys think? Out of those 2, which ones would you be taking? Are you going this Veer? I just don't see why you'd want to be... I don't know. I don't see why you'd want anyone close up. Free Chain Lightning, so Elemental Shaman. Yikes! Alright, so let's go into the legendary aspects that you can kind of get for this build, guys, okay? Let's go pull up in here. Let's get right up in there nice and big. Alright? Now, what I'm going to bring up, these are not the only ones you can go for this build, but these are pretty good ones. And the first one I like to kind of explain is... Where is it here? Where is it here? Unstable. Okay, unstable currents. Why am I not being smart today? You know what? Whatever. First off, let's do this. Coursing currents. Okay, great. Get a sip of this. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Okay? If you were doing a charge bolt build, I just want to say this first. Charge bolts pierce but deal 30% less damage. That can be pretty good. Did we agree on Veer's mastery? I missed the capstone. Oh, Coop, let's go back. Hold on. Guys, we got to go back for Coop. Show our love to my boy Coop. Cooper, honestly, I don't know why you would go Veer's mastery. I just don't like the having them close to us at all, right? I just don't see why you'd want that. To be honest with you, I don't know. 10% more damage from enemies that are close. I mean, sure, 10% is cool, but I don't know why you'd want to go that. It's not for me. So I say you got to go with the crackling energy one. It just seems better for this particular build. Wait, Raiden in the house. Where's Raiden? Oh, Raiden, what's going on, baby? Can we get some yikes in the chat for my boy Raiden? Guys, please, yikes in the chat for guys. I'm gonna give my own yikes. If we don't get, I want a full wall of yikes, please. Can we get full wall of yikes? Please, full wall. How do I get this out of the way? When I'm done with this. Ah, of course. Yo, what's going on? Oh, I had this. Hi. Remove. Unpin? Yeah. Okay. Whatever. This thing is killing me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We're ending the poll. There you go. It's done. It's done. It's done. We ended the poll. Lightning won. Lightning won for everyone's favorite Sorcerer spec. Again. You freaking... What it was with everyone in the freaking Lightning? I can't believe it. I really thought it was going to be Frost or Fire. But you guys all love the Lightning, huh? Oh, Raiden. I guess we know which one obviously you like, huh? Shocker. Hey, you guys are actually... Sorry, guys. I just thought about this joke. You guys ever seen that Key and Peele skit? Where they're at the lunch table and they're talking. And he says something and he looks over at the other friends and he goes, awkward. And then he looks at him and he goes, he goes, wait, why is it awkward? I don't know whatever, sorry. Cooper, hey Lance, I might be confused. Where do we get crackling energy from? You are right about Veer's too close enemies, no bueno. Cooper, so, crackling energy is going to come from, there's a lot of different ways of getting it just through kind of hitting people with your lightning spells. But what it's going to do, it's going to spawn something on the ground that you can kind of pick up. And we already took a talent that's going to give you mana when you pick it up, but it also stores energy and will like discharge on people to do some damage. I heard from people who are in the closed beta that the damage is kind of minimal. It's not too great. But it's there, you know, there's people, like there's damage there. But yeah, it's not great. Especially because you do kind of have to get in melee range to get it for the damage to even be there. So that's why I didn't go for it so much. Yo, bro, how can you play the game? Alex, what do you mean by that? You mean like what system or when? Because the game is not out yet, but we do have beta. We have early access next Friday. It starts next Friday. You could get into early access. Okay, guys, so legendary aspect. I want to go first off this rapid aspect. Now, this is my question. With our ultimate ability, why I asked, basic skills, will this make other spells start firing off from the ultimate? That's the big question, because if this does, now your basic attack is 23% faster. You're already attacking 25% faster from the talent point from the ultimate. You could be shooting out so many different abilities for no mana cost. Like, imagine that. Like, you're shooting things out. You want to talk about a machine gun? This will really turn you into a machine gun. So, I would love that. I would love that. What do you guys think about that? Is the attack speed worth it? Yes or no? What do you guys think? Actually, quick question. Cooper, have you actually pre-ordered yet? Sorry, guys. Let's ask Cooper this great question, actually. Yeah, definitely worth it, right? Because, I mean, think about it. Think about all the attack speed with that. I mean, and let's go back here. Let's just go back. Sorry, guys. I know we're going back to the ultimate. Unstable currents, right? It doesn't say that a non-basic attack can't make it kind of, do it. Daryl, good point. Good point. But then look, prime unstable currents, 25% on top of now 23%. You could be shooting these things out at ridiculous speeds. And Daryl, imagine, actually, you're right. Imagine you were a little bit more melee focused and you did have Arc Lash, and now you're shooting out all of these extra abilities with Arc Lash, but now you're also stunning enemies all of the time too. That could be insane. That's a good point. That could actually be insane. Okay, so now this is another one I wanted to bring up, guys. And if you're into the Lightning Spear ability, let's listen to this. Lightning Spear has an 11% chance to spawn an additional Lightning Spear when you cast it. Mako's, yo, what's going on, baby? Alex, yeah, you can try it out for free in 2 weeks, but if you wanted to get into the early access, you would have to, purchase the game first. I think the ultimate passive is tuned to ignore basic skills in general, but who knows? Yeah, Den, that's the thing. The tooltip is a little bit misleading there, am I right? Like, because it doesn't say not, like, you can't cast basic skills, but then it says that it will shoot out non-basic skills. So I feel like maybe it is, but I don't know. I don't know, because it is, I don't know, it just feels a little bit misleading to me. But, I mean, I guess we'll see. We'll see, right? Okay. Now, let's do this, right? Think about this, guys. Aspect of the expense is pretty good. Enemies hit with basic skills increase the damage of your next core skill by 5% up to 50%. Pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the thing, Daryl. Based on the wording, I feel like it does. I feel like it does. Now, could we be wrong? Yes. Well, Grove, that's why I'm saying, because remember, Grove, that's why we're asking about this basic skill, because the basic skill has no mana cost. It's just like your basic attack. So, that's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy. I would expect your basic skill counts. If not, I'll be highly disappointed. Yeah, because I feel like the only way to actually get use out of that ability, especially with the attack speed, and not run out of mana right away, is with the use of this basic spell. And that's what would make it so worth it, is because now you're spamming out this basic 1,000,000 miles per minute and getting your more powerful spells out there. To me, that seems insane. Yeah, so I don't know. Listen, of course, I could be wrong. I don't know. Now, this is a big one, guys. Charge aspect. This is for the crackling energy build if you start getting a bunch of crackling energies. But listen to this. Collecting crackling energy increase your movement speed by 10%. Listen, you can never go wrong with movement speed. I don't care what anyone says. It's strong. Movement speed is strong. I enjoy. Cooper, give yourself a chance to win the giveaway. Don't go and no one pre-order the game yet. You never know. You might end up being the winner of the giveaway. You might be able to save yourself some money, guys. Don't pre-order if you haven't yet. The giveaway's coming. I think we're doing it next Tuesday. I believe is the official day we're doing it. It might be Monday, but I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday. But yeah, Grove, that's what I'm saying. Well, we just have to read the wording. And listen, we're going to go back one more time for this, because I want to get everyone's opinion. But lightning surges within you for 10 seconds. Whenever you cast a lightning skill, another random non-basic lightning skill is also cast. Guys, it doesn't say you can't cast a basic lightning skill to get them to cast the non-basic. It does not say that. So to me, I think it has to. I think it's 100%. Now, I definitely want to be able to try this, and this is going to be for any of my lightning big brains in there when they get into, they get the ability to try this. We have to. I want to know right away. This sounds like it could be broken and busted depending on your build. Imagine if, Daryl, you said you had that ball lightning build, right? Good question. No, I don't think it would cast teleport. That seems like it would be very hectic. Imagine it just randomly starts teleporting you around. That would be insane. But lightning spear would be crazy. Daryl, DM me in Discord after the stream. I'd like to talk with you about some sorcerer builds before I go into early access. I never really played sorcerer in D2, so this was my first time kind of going and diving deep into building a sorcerer ever. So I would love to talk to like a big brain like yourself, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, send me a DM. I'd also, maybe we can get on a DM with me, you, and Cooper and go over some stuff. That would be awesome. If they mentioned non-basic skills are casted, then it was only the non-basic skills that proc it. They would have said as well, right? That's what I'm thinking, Jory, because it doesn't say. But imagine with your build, Daryl, it starts pumping out these insane ball lightnings for free. I know Sky doesn't like Barb. Do you, Lance? I've played some Barb. I've played some Barb a lot. In D2, I played some Barb back in the day when I was playing original D2 as like a little boy. I enjoy Barb. It's weird because most of the time I don't like that archetype. Like I don't like the warrior, but I've always loved Barbarian. And I swear to God, I'm pretty sure it's just because it does remind me of Conan. It reminds me of Arnold as Conan. And that's one of the first movies I ever remember watching. My parents, for some strange reason, allowed me to watch Conan at like 4 years old. Weird, I know. But yeah, I do like Barb. I think on early access weekend, I'm going to go Sork first. But I'm going to make a Barb for sure. Because I do want to test it out. It might end up being my main. But how about any caster? Any people who are interested in caster druid? Yikes. But okay, yeah. So that aspect, I really do feel like rapid aspect could end up being, with the right lightning builds, be the best, one of the best ones that you can get. I think it's insane. Absolutely, it's insane. But hear this, guys. Dad was going to name me after Conan. Mom shut it down. Yikes! Wildfire, that is sick. You know, it's funny. My real name is actually not Lance, but the way I kind of came up with calling myself Lance is my mom was going to name me Lance, and at the last possible second, my dad came in and changed it to my real name. So my mom always told me that, and I loved it. That is... Wow, Sky just gave me some crazy news. I'm closing that bathroom. It ruins the acoustics. Yeah, don't ruin my acoustics. Yo, guys, Sky came out of the bathroom, left the bathroom open. He's really trying to ruin the acoustics for me right now. Yeah, Sky is right next to me. Sky, you want to come on stream real quick? Just come say hello. The people miss you. They love you. Wait, before you come on. Can we get some ones in the chat if we want to say hello to my best friend, my brother, the legend, Sky?
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on?
Oh.
Yo, what's going on? Yo, Lance is killing it today, guys. Yo, he's doing amazing. He's been prepping for 3, 4, 5 days in a row. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Remember, later this week, we got streams. We got the Ultimate Class Picking Guide. Lance is going to be streaming again. We're going to be doing a Q&A, a pre-launch stream. We're going to be streaming like every day this week, so I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for the new members and donations. I love you guys so much. I appreciate it. Back to Lance, dude. He's doing a great job. One's in the chat for Lance, dude. He's killing it. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Thank you.
This fake mother effer. He's making it seem like he shows love. Guess what? I'm going right back to the attic after this damn stream. Fake bastard. Can we get some big sads in the chat for me going back to the attic as soon as this is over, actually? Some big sads. Guys, listen, it's been a pleasure, but we can't always, you know. You guys ever seen Pinhead? Ever seen a pinhead? That's me. He treats me like I'm a pinhead. It's really sad. Really sad, guys. You know, all I've ever done is love him, care for him. I mean, I don't know what more he wants from me. I don't know. Guys. Yikes! No, okay, so listen. Let's do this. Guys, this one is also crazy. This is also crazy if you're doing a chain lightning build like we're kind of doing, right? Hear this. Each time Chain Lightning bounces off you, you gain 4 mana. Holy crap. First off, Chain Lightning cost. Let's go look at the cost. I know. 35 mana, right? 35 mana. But it's going to be able to strike 5 targets. 5 targets. What's 5 times 4? 20 mana. Justin, what build do you want? You want to go for a Frost or Fire build next? Let's get some... everyone put the build you want to see next. Frost or Fire. We're going to go into it, okay? But, guys, every time you Chain Lightning, it's going to give you 4 mana per enemy hit. That's 20 mana. Meaning, the cost is only 15 mana. 15 mana. That's insane. Yikes! Fire, frost, fire, fire, frost, fire, fire, frost, fire, 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 fire. I'm losing it. Bounces off you, though. It can bounce off you if there's not enough enemies. Okay, so that's pretty much... I mean, listen, that's the legendary aspects that I feel like have the most impactful for Lightning. You know what? Yeah, let's pull it. Let's pull it out. Let's get a pull out. What builds next? Fire. Frost. We're going to give it a couple of minutes. That's what we're going to do. That's it. We'll give it till 2:31. 2 minutes. That's it. Order delivery 2 hours ago. Just text me saying they canceled and the store is closed. What the hell, Josh? You only get the mana when it hits you. Wait, let's read that. Oh, each time Chain Lightning bounces off you. Good point. Oh, crap. I misread that. Good point. Yeah, it's pretty trash then. Good point, actually. Very nice point. Right now, Frost is winning by a landslide, guys. So if you're a fire boy, just like when I go to Taco Bell, I always ask, hey, can I get some of that Fire Boy sauce? Even though it's not actually called Fire Boy, it's just fire. Good for bosses, though, no? Yeah, Chroma, listen, it would be pretty good if you're doing, like, a boss fight. Because it will bounce off you a few times. Yeah, for bosses, it's good. For sure. Okay, so. Right now, still Frost. Listen, we're going to give it, you have 1 more minute. You have 1 more minute if you're a fire. If you're a fire enthusiast. If not, we're going Frost. We're going Frost, ladies and gentlemen. Frost is cool. I'm just going to say it right now. Frost looks cool. Alex, what's up, baby? Guys, can we get some love in the chat for the newcomer, Alex? Let's just get some, maybe some ones, maybe some loves. It is what it is. Listen, we show love here. Actually, let's get some yikes. Yay. I'm really curious about Frost Wombo comps or group comps. Yeah, because listen, Josh, we're going to get into it, but the amount of vulnerability that Frost is doing, it's the only Sorcerer build that has any group utility. To be honest with you. Fire's all about dots. Fire's all about kind of, solo, dotting them up, running away, killing, whatever. Frost is about being in a group, controlling, adding vulnerability, slowing. To me, Frost, no-brainer. If you're going to be playing a duo, trio, okay, I don't know. My brain just broke. But that's the, listen. That's it. Okay, guys, we're going Frost. Frost won. I'm closing the poll. Last second. You have 10 more seconds. Okay, that's it. Ending poll. Frost is not only going to be Barb's best friend, Chroma, but Frost is going to be the Rogue's best friend. I'm sure. Who was here for the Rogue deep dive a couple of days ago with Sky? Who was here for Sky's Rogue deep dive? Because sheesh. Yeah, Alex, listen, we decided to put on our Sunday best. Our boy Sky let us out of the attic today. He said, listen, you put on your Sunday best so you don't come on my stream. You hear me, boy? And I was like, listen, whatever you say. You're the boss. So yeah. Let's do it. Okay. Guys, okay, we're starting it off right away. Obviously, we're Frost. We're going right into Frostbolt. Self-explanatory. Throw a bolt of frost at an enemy, dealing 35% damage and chilling them for 15%. We're going 5. We're going there. We got to. We have to. Okay. Next, obviously, we're going to take Enhanced Frostbolt. What this is going to do is give your Frostbolt a 15% chance to explode on chilled targets, hitting surrounding enemies, and increase. This chance is increased by 100% to frozen enemies. Okay. Having a hard time choosing between Rogue, Sorc, and Necro. Wildfire, here's what I say you do. You get the early access. You try the Rogue and the Sorc in the early access. And then when beta comes the next weekend, you go hard on the Necro. Then you make your decision for life. That's it. It is what it is. That's what you do. My hands are up. That's it. Okay, so. Can you zoom in on the calculator a bit more for immersive vibe? Let's do it. Good call, Dan. Good freaking call. Yeah, Wildfire. That's definitely the move, bro. Also, listen. What you do is play the Rogue and the Sorc the first week, go into the Necromancer, and then come back to the first two after about halfway through the second week. See how you feel. Now, this is going to split, right? You're going to have two different options. Glinting Frostbolt. Now, this is going to make Frostbolt generate 4 mana while hitting chilled or frozen targets. Or Flickering Frostbolt. Frostbolt makes frozen enemies vulnerable for 3 seconds. Guys, listen. I'll say this. If you're solo, maybe you want to go Glinting. If you're in a group, you're going to go Flickering because you want to try to make... Your goal is going to be to make enemies vulnerable for as long as possible. Now, vulnerable is going to make enemies take more damage. You got to go Flickering. It's just the move. It's the move. If you're in a group. Because listen, that's your goal. Your goal is to slow. Your goal is to CC. Make sure everyone's crowd controlled and make them vulnerable. Right? So we're going there. Okay. Then you could look at some of the enchantment effects, but they're not really useful here in this part of the build. So we're not going them. Now, we're going into the core, guys. Core. Now, there's Ice Shards. Ice Shards is a cool ability. I'm not going Ice Shards. Sorry. Will vulnerability work versus bosses? You know, I'm not entirely sure. Do we have a big brain in the chat that knows if vulnerable is going? Anyone know if vulnerable will work on bosses? I think it should. I don't know why it wouldn't. But we're not going Ice Shards, guys. We're going Frozen Orb. Okay? Now, Frozen Orb is... I mean, you know. Anyone ever play World of Warcraft or anything like that? It's going to unleash an orb that chills for 34% and expel piercing shards, dealing the total of 32% damage. Upon the expiration, it's going to chill, damage and chill people, okay? Come on. Then we're getting Enhanced Frozen Orb because we have to. Now, this is going to make when cast above 50% mana, Frozen Orb's explosion is going to deal 30% more damage. All right? Jory, thank you so much. If it works on world bosses, I don't know why it wouldn't work on all bosses. Elock, yo, what is going on, bro? Holy crap. Elock, dude, yeah, I definitely threw by not going Shadow Priest at the start. I don't know if I'm going to go Sorc yet. I really like that Caster Druid, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Dude, Elock, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Can we get some yikes in the chat for Elock? He's a long-time viewer back from the Wrath of the Lich King days. Okay, so Enhanced Frozen Orb. It's great. It's a must-take to get to the next. Then we have Greater Frozen Orb. Frozen Orb's explosion has a 25% chance to make all enemies hit vulnerable for 2 seconds. Guys, this is another vulnerable talent. It's very good. Let's look at the other one first before we pick it. Frozen Orb's explosion restores 5% mana when hitting a frozen enemy. That's okay, but to be honest with you, I think the vulnerability is a no-brainer. The extra damage that it's going to give is a no-brainer. You have to do it. You have to take it, okay? You have to. It's too strong. It's going to synergize with your party if you're in one. Too much. I wonder if we will see Arcane in the future as a game as a service. New skill trees could be... Good points. Good point. Good, like, because it's a game as a service, it could in the future, perhaps. Or, you never know. Maybe they give us a wizard class that is an Arcane. Who knows? It would be stupid, but you never know. Sure, actually, now that I think about it, if they have vulnerable bar, your stuns and such fill that bar. It filled the world lost, becomes vulnerable. Sorry, spoke too soon. No worries, Jory. No worries. I get what you're saying. Frozen Orb over Ice Shards? Tisk. And here I thought you'd be big brain. Cough, cough. Okay, I already have a God tier build in the Discord. Damn it, stealth kill! Listen, I'm not saying I'm not the biggest brain sorcerer. I'm telling you. This is my first time trying to build Sorcerers. I never really played it in D2. I'm doing what looks fun, but at the end of the day, we don't know what tuning is going to do and what's going to be best as of right now. So listen, to me, I just think Frozen Orb is badass. So I'm going with the Frozen Orb. You know? Caster Druid might be a nice change of pace for something new. I'm going to try all 3 next weekend, but I know I'll main Necro. I might make a group sync Frost Stork or Range Rogue alt too. Yeah, Josh, dude. Caster Druid looks cool. It looks different. It looks interesting, man. I'm running Rogue. I was there. Oh, Mr. Ink, what's going on? Mr. Ink, safe to assume you're a tattoo artist or no? Okay, so we're going Greater Frozen Orb. Now, there is a case to be made for taking Ice Shards as an enhancement effect. Ice Shards automatically conjure and fly towards your frozen enemies. I don't know what the hell that means, that they're automatically going to conjure or what. There's a case to be made for it. I'm not going to put my point in there. Okay? Now, Devastation. Deal 8% increased damage to healthy enemies. Healthy means that as they're above a certain health threshold, they'll take more damage. It's okay. You know, it's not really, it's okay. I don't love it. I don't love it. Okay, so after that, we're going into the defensives, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, will mana work like D3 Wiz, or is it more resembling to WoW? Yeah, Josh, I believe it's above 80%. I'd like to say it's like similar to D3. Not like WoW so much, no. Not like WoW. It comes and goes faster than WoW's mana, that's for sure. WoW would make this thing broken, because then you could just spam your abilities all day. Okay, so defensives, guys. The Frost Mage, it's funny. This could be, well, here's the thing. Because we have 3 enchantment slots, I think it's a no-brainer to put the 1 point in Flame Shield for the enchantment effect. Honest to God, I really do. I think it's a no-brainer. You get this, and you get your cheat death, right? It's pretty insane. But hear this. Ice Shards upgrade treats all enemies as frozen when Ice Armor is up. So Ice Shards just fly towards all enemies. Oh, that's pretty sick, actually. Stealth kill, good points. That sounds pretty sick. We might have to rethink the Frozen Orb into Ice Shards. But okay, Ice Armor. A barrier of ice forms around you for 6 seconds, absorbing 30% of your base life and damage. But here's the real kicker. While Ice Armor is active, 10% of your cold damage dealt is added to the barrier. Guys, this might make it so that while maybe you're not exactly tanky, you could take some punishment. You could take some punishment if you're pumping out AoE ice damage. This barrier could be quite big, you know? So definitely we're taking that. Obviously, we gotta take Enhanced Ice Armor now. This is gonna make your mana regenerate 25% faster while Ice Armor is up. That's huge. That's huge. This is gonna allow you to keep spamming, right? Then, Mystical Ice Armor. You could do this while Ice Armor's barrier is at or above original amount. You deal 30% increased damage. That's insane. Okay? But, there's also Shimmering Ice Armor. Enemies that hit you while you have Ice Armor have a 15% chance to be frozen for 3 seconds. Personally, I'm going Mystical for the extra damage. It's up to you. I'm going Mystical. Zoom! Aaron Brady! What's going on, Aaron? Guys, let's show some love for Aaron in the chat. He just got here. Let's show some love. Let's get some yikes. Yikes! From my boy Aaron. So we got to take that. Okay, you got to take Mystical. It's insane. Frost Nova, I think it's a must take. Even if you don't go all the way in, personally, I would. Just to make it better, right? But you know, you gotta at least grab it. Okay? You could take the Radius is definitely good. And Frost Nova freeze duration is increased by 20% when hitting 3 or more enemies. That's insane. Because let's be real. If you're going to be using it, you're probably going to be using it when there's a ton of enemies around you, right? So it's good. But listen to this. Frost Nova generates 4 mana per enemy hit. Holy crap. You could fill up your whole bar of mana with this almost. Right? Like you could get a ton of mana back if you're using this correctly. So you got to go with that. Listen, we didn't take the mana and talents earlier. We got to take this. it is what it is. We're taking it. Okay. Are you going to be able to pick and choose from all talent trees, or are they making this like WoW specs? No, you could pick and choose. You could do a Neapolitan build, if you will. You know, I just think there's so much synergy in between in the same elements that I'm not sure how effective it could be, and maybe some of the big brains can figure out a build for it. But I feel as though all one element's probably the way to go. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking. Listen, Frost Nova plus Shard stacked up and busted up. Yikes! Okay, so now we're going into Lightning. Or we're going into Conjuration. Guys, listen. Remember when I said Lightning Spear is sick because it's like Yondu? Listen, it's cool. But so is Ice Blades. Ice Blades is going to literally conjure a phantom Ice Blade to go around and just start bratting people. Hitting them right over the head. Okay, now, it's going to deal some damage, but there's a 20% chance every time it hits an enemy to make them vulnerable. This is insane. This is insane. Even if you don't go 5 out of 5 because you don't care about the damage going up, you're going to take this because you want that chance at vulnerability, right? It's not even so, it doesn't even necessarily have to be so much about the damage, and maybe Ice Blades ends up doing insane damage. I don't know. But at the very least, you're taking it for the vulnerability. Okay? Then, obviously, Enhance Ice Blade. This is going to make Ice Blade have a 10% chance increased to make enemies vulnerable. So that's going to bring it to 30% chance on every strike to make them vulnerable. That is crazy. That's absolutely insane. We have to do it. Okay? Then, this is where it gets crazy. Killing a vulnerable enemy increases your active Ice Blade's duration by 1%. This is good for whether it's there just to do damage or whether it's there just to make people vulnerable. That's crazy, right? But there's also every time Ice Blade hits a vulnerable enemy, it gains 25% attack speed. If you're going to make your actual Ice Blade do a ton of damage, you go this. If you're going just to make people vulnerable more, this is what you go. Does increase in level increase percent chance to proc? So like when you're clicking at 5 out of 5, it doesn't say that it does. It's not saying that it does. What I'm seeing that it increases. Ice Blade has a 10% chance to spawn when an enemy is killed, making Ice Blade spawn all of the time. So then in that case, maybe, listen, I don't know. Well, that's the enchantment effect. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you want to put your 1 out of 1 in here, you get your enchantment effect, and then you get Enhanced Ice Blade and Invoked Ice Blade, right? That's what, to me, that seems like the best way of going about it. Because a 10%, he's right, a 10% chance to proc it every time you kill an enemy is insane. Yeah, that enchant works with any build, and it's insane. You're right, and it could give every build chances to make people vulnerable. So we'll see. We'll see. But either way, I like the enchantment effect on this. So right now, our 2 out of 3 enchantment effects in this build would be Ice Blades, right? And go to defensive. Flame Shield. So that's taking 2 out of our 3. So we still have 1 more that we could take. Okay? Now, we didn't take Teleport, which we still could, and maybe we'll come back to Teleport if we have more points. But Flame Shield, we're going to take. Here's my question, guys. If we take the Flame Shield enhancement effect and we get up to Shimmering Flame Shield that makes the vulnerability 4 seconds, will that work with the enhancement effect or only the active? Because that's a good question. Because if it works with the enhancement effect, I think it's a no-brainer to get up to there. Oh, there's only 2 enhanced slots as of now. Yeah, that seems, honestly, because I feel like 3 would be a little much, right? 3 seems like it would be a little much. So I feel like 2 is fair. I feel like 2 is fair for now. I really do. I feel like 2 is fair. But will the enhancement Flame Shield make you vulnerable for 4 seconds? Because that's insane if it does. That is absolutely bonkers. And it's worth the extra 2 points to take, in my opinion. Okay, so back to 100% works. So yeah. Then if it 100% works, then you have to. You don't have a choice. You have to take it because it's broken. It's broken. Okay, now guys, once again, especially with this enhancement effect, every time we kill an enemy, we have a 10% chance to conjure Ice Blades. We're taking 3 out of 3 Conjuration Mastery. It's free damage. You have to take it. There's no reason not to. If you disagree, let me know, but I don't know why you wouldn't. It feels like this is just going to be 6% free damage all of the time. Because this is going to be active once you have it out. You're going to have 6 seconds. I'm new to this franchise and a solo player. What do you think? Which class will fit the most people like me? Well, Rada, first off, how are you doing? Everyone, can we get a warm welcome for the new guy? He's new to the franchise, new to the channel, I'm suppose. Honestly, it depends. Listen, what archetype do you like? Do you like a warrior? Do you like more of a caster? Do you want to be a rogue? Do you want to be a necromancer? What do you like? Honestly, I feel like any class can work. I would say go with the archetype that fits you personally the most, right? What do you guys think? Is that terrible advice? Or should I just say go barbarian? I don't know. Okay, so we're going 3 out of 3 there. We're grabbing Ice Blades. Now let's go to the ultimates, guys. Necro or Barb should do really good solo. I agree. I think Necro and Barb are probably good for brand new people. But I also feel like play what you find the most interesting for you, you know? That's what I think. But whatever, no big deal. Okay, guys, we're in the ultimates. This is pretty crazy. Now, obviously, we all know what we're getting. We're going deep freeze, right? Let's hear this deep freeze out, guys. Encase yourself in ice, becoming immune for 4 seconds. Guys, tell me if I'm wrong. I think that means if you're a Frost Mage and you get this plus the Flame Shield, I think that's 2 immunities. And that means, actually, guess what? This cooldown on Deep Freeze is every 60 seconds. So that means every 60 seconds, you could have 8 seconds of immunity. Every 60 seconds. That's pretty crazy. What do you guys think? Am I stupid for thinking that's crazy? Or am I big brain? I don't know. But on top of the immunity, it's also going to chill all the enemies around you and then explode for massive damage. Now, you could also end the effect early to make it kind of explode sooner. That's great. Obviously, we're going to take Prime Defreeze. Gain 5% of your base life as a barrier for 6 seconds for each enemy shattered by Deep Freeze. That's crazy. Because we all know the amount of enemies you could probably get on screen and get. And then we're going to get Supreme Deep Freeze. When Deep Freeze ends, your non-ultimate cooldowns are reduced by 50%. Now, oh man. Here's my question. Will this make the cheat death cooldown shorter? Yes or no? Because that's a non-ultimate ability. That's a non-ultimate. Hi, I'm new here, but there are 2 of them. Question. I mean, last live that I watched. Yeah, Alexandru, that is Sky. That is my brother. That's my partner in crime. And this is a two-man show, you know. Listen, every once in a while I'll be here, every once in a while he'll be here, you know. It's a 2-man show. It is what it is. Hey, you know, we take that all day. So yeah, listen, I think that's great. Now, guys, listen, there's Frostbite. Yep, to the wording, it should be. Callum, yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. You deal 3% more damage to frozen or vulnerable enemies, guys, and 6% more damage to enemies who are both frozen and vulnerable. Yeah, that's definitely something to test and something I need to write down to test right away as soon as we can. That sounds insane. But, guys, so on top of the extra damage from having our Conjuration spell out, on top of the Glass Cannon abilities, you're going to take this. Enemies are always going to be frozen or vulnerable from us, at least at one of the 2. So we're going 3 out of 3. You could get up to 18% more damage to them on that, on top of the other modifiers, right? Then, Icy Touch, guys. You deal 4% increased damage to vulnerable enemies, making vulnerable enemies take even more damage. Guys, remember, if they're vulnerable, they're already taking, 20% more damage, I believe? Holy crap. Okay, that's an extra 12% on top of the 9% there, if it's not 18 because they're frozen. Okay? Then, Snap Freeze. Lucky Hit. Frost kills have a 3% chance to instantly freeze. Okay, we're taking that. We're taking that. Okay, listen. That's crazy. That's crazy. We're taking all of those. Can vulnerability stack? Good question. I feel like it would be a little broken if you could get up to... Imagine, what are you going to get? 40%, 60%, 80% vulnerable? That'd be crazy. Greater ice shards making enemies act as frozen may be better synergy than frozen orb. You could be right, and you know what? Maybe we go back and change. I'm not opposed to changing. Because you know what I like too? I actually like the enhancement effect on frozen orb better. Right? Whenever you cast a non-basic spell, you have a 20% chance to launch a frozen orb. It's not a bad one. Now, we do already have our 2 enchantment slots, so maybe not. But Ice Shards is good. Launch 5 Ice Shards, then you get an enhanced. 50% chance to ricochet is good. Hitting an enemy with 5 Ice Shards in a single cast makes them vulnerable. That makes them vulnerable. Or, while you have a barrier active, Ice Shards treat enemy as if they're frozen. Yeah, that's crazy. You're right. Maybe we go to greater ice shards. It's something to mess around with. I just like, what I like about Frozen Orb is the AoE vulnerability it's going to do, right? So the question becomes, is treating enemies while, like, as if they're frozen while you have a barrier active better than AoE vulnerability? That's the question. Also, yeah, how close do you have to be to hit 5 shards? Because personally, for a lot of players, getting up in melee range and kind of tiptoeing in and out could be tough. Feel like, you know, Frozen Orb AoE vulnerability is nice, dude. It's nice. Don't sleep on that. Don't sleep on AoE vulnerability. Okay, so let's go back now to our mastery because we skipped over it. And like I said before, guys, we're going into Blizzard, obviously, right? Blizzard is, I mean, it's the bee's knees. It's the bee's knees. We can imagine. Listen to this. Before we even say we're gonna take it as a actual effect. Can you reset the skill tree? Yeah, we can. We can. Enhancement effect. Every 15 seconds, a blizzard forms around you and follows you for 4 seconds. Now, if you were doing like a more ice shards build where you kind of am going to be weaving in and out of that melee, that could be insane. I don't know if it's for me, but I don't know. We're going to go with this. We're going to go 5 out of 5 there. And then watch this. Obviously, we want to improve Blizzard's duration, right? Wizard's Blizzard is, while you have an active Blizzard, your core skills cost 10% mana. Jory, thank you so much for being around, man. Have a good day. See you next time, buddy. Wizard's Blizzard is going to make your mana cost 10% less while you have a Blizzard. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Or Mage's Blizzard. Every second an enemy is in Blizzard, they take 2.5% increased damage for you up to 20%. I'm going with that. Because you're just going to... I mean, the name of this game, right, is stacking as many modifiers as you can so you could just burst things down. Am I right or am I wrong? So that's what I'm going with for sure. Next, we have... Apparently, there's a game, but yeah. Yeah, Calum, that's pretty much it. Icy Veil. Your barriers have a 5% increased duration. 100% because we know that our barriers are going to make us do more damage. We're going 3 out of 3 there. Horror Frost. You deal more damage to enemies the more chilled they are. Up to 6% while they are frozen. Yikes. And Cold Front. While you have a barrier active, you apply 8% more chill. That's pretty good. I think you go 3 out of 3 on both of these. Okay. Now I believe we have 2 more points. So we have 2 points to mess around with. And if you want me to be completely honest with you, I think it has to go to teleport, right? I think it has to go just to get the maybe teleport, and then you go into enhanced teleport, perhaps. That's what I would do with these last 2 that you have. I think it's a no-brainer. You have to have teleport. It's too good. Yeah, what's a mage without? You have to. Also, you do want to... you want to be able to keep your barrier active. So it's like, yeah, you have the barrier and it's going to make you a little tanky, but you don't want to waste that. You don't want to waste that. But you're right. Also, maybe you don't take enhanced. Good call. You go down to your capstone. After freeze expires, enemy explode for 25% of the damage you dealt to them. If you run, yeah, good point, Stealth Kill. You don't really need no, you could be right. Shatter's insane, right? Because, especially with your Ice Shards build, imagine that. Shatter would be insane. After freeze expires, enemies explode for 25% of the damage you dealt to them while frozen. Yikes, that's insane. But I like Icefall too. Lucky hit, your frost skills have a chance to 10%, up to a 10% chance to make your next Ice Shards, Frozen Orb, or Blizzard consume no mana and deal 40% more damage. Chances doubled against vulnerable targets. Holy crap. Icefall? What do you guys think? For this build with Frozen Orb, are you going Shatter or are you going Icefall? I like Icefall. Personally, I like the Icefall. I think that's the last one point I would take. I think it's nice. Can't complain there. But what do you guys think? I don't know. Let's see here. Give you guys a couple of seconds just to kind of tell me what you think. Okay. Now we're going to go into legendary aspects now. Okay, we're going into it. Icefall is really good, but a little inconsistent though. It does seem inconsistent. But I don't know. The upside of it's pretty good, man. The upside's pretty good because imagine, what if you were doing maybe I don't know. I just feel like, and maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm overvaluing Frozen Orbs completely. But I feel like the AoE 40% more damage on top of vulnerable, on top of all the other modifiers. You could be getting these chunky Frozen Orbs out that are just destroying multiple enemies at once. You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong and maybe Ice Shards is the way. I don't know, man. Frozen Orb seems good. Frozen Orb seems strong. Icefall plus greater Frozen Orb is where it's at. I think so, Daryl. It seems good. It seems good. And the thing is, Stealth, I think I really do believe, like, so Ice Shards is good, but it's not as much AoE. It's not as much AoE. And you think, yeah, if a mob is frozen, it's already close. Most mobs, right? And my question is this: can you freeze bosses? Because if not, I don't know a mob. I don't know a mob that will last, right? And if they are, then your build sucks and you're just not doing enough damage at all. Yeah, so like you can't freeze bosses. I don't know. I think Frozen Orb might end up being better. Maybe. Okay. Let's go into legendary aspects. First up, where is it? Right here. Aspect of deflecting barrier. While your barrier is active, there's 20% chance to ignore incoming direct damage from distant enemies. Not amazing, but it's good. It's good. I would consider it if you need a defensive one. But also Ice Shards can ricochet. They can ricochet, you're right. So it's not like they don't do AoE at all. I just think it's less consistent than the Frozen Orb. Wildfire, hold up. What's up? Where is it? Okay. Guys, listen to this. Aspect of pummeling. Does Greater Ice Shard still give the frozen buff since it's still no freezing? Boss kill? Let's see. Well, look. While you have a barrier active, Ice Shards treats enemies as if they're frozen. So if you have your barrier active, it will treat them as if they're frozen. I think that's what Stealth Kill has basically been saying, is that the synergy between the Ice Shards and the barrier is insane. It is insane, which then would synergize with Shatter. So I think the big brain play, if your build is kind of centered around the Ice Shards, 100% you go Greater Ice Shards. You pretty much do what we've done for the most part. But you take your Ice Armor and then you go Shatter, right? And then you're just doing massive shatters to, it almost doesn't, well, yeah, but how does that work? Because you're not actually freezing, so how could it expire? So you can't shatter them. You can't shatter bosses still. So Shatter's still not as good as Icefall, I would assume, even for bosses then, right? Because you still want to do this, because ice shards will still benefit from the vulnerability on them. Does ice shard enchant cast 5 shards or 1? That's a good question. It's very like ambiguous. It just says ice shards automatically conjure and fly towards your enemy. It doesn't even tell you how to make them automatically conjure. Are they just gonna randomly start shooting ice shards out? How does that work? Does anyone? I don't know. Okay, but let's go into here. Guys, look at this. Aspect of pummeling. Deal 40% increased damage to stunned, knocked down, and frozen enemies. Okay. Need I say more? Need I say more and why that is disgusting? Come on. We all know. We all know what's going on with that one, right? Like, that's pretty gross. Pretty gross. 40% increased damage. Like, we know we're freezing people. There's also this. Look, aspect of biting cold. This is going to synergize with that one talent that makes you do more damage to enemies that are frozen and vulnerable. When you freeze an enemy, there's a 25% chance they become vulnerable for 3 seconds. Guys, remember, we're going to be doing, what was it, 18% more damage to enemies who are both frozen and vulnerable? Holy crap. Imagine you have that, plus you have this, 40% on frozen enemies, plus the 18, plus every other modifier. And then imagine you did stack it with your ice fall. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, talk about chunky, right? Like, talk about chunky. That's what I love about the Frost. It seems like they have the most just modifiers to make wombo combo just like get shit on stuff, right? Now, we also have, where is it? Here. Storm Swell Aspect. You deal 11% increased damage to vulnerable enemies while you have a barrier. You know, another modifier onto those vulnerable targets, whether you have a barrier or not. It's insane. That's another good one that you could go for. And Aspect of Control. You deal 30% more damage to immobilized, stunned, or frozen enemies. This is probably going to, you know, I don't know if you could stack the same one, but it's similar. So you could do 30 plus 40. That could be 70%, right? Pretty good. How many of the legendary powers can you choose? I think it just depends on your gear, right? So it's like how many do you have on different pieces of gear? Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's the Frost, guys. What do you think? I honestly think the Frost to me seems better than the Lightning. I'm not saying I like Lightning or Frost more. I'm just saying that, yeah, Frost, it just seems to have more synergy, man. That's really what it comes down to. It just seems like it has more synergy. Let's reset it up, though. Y'all, we're going into the final one, which is fire. We're doing it. I'm just going to say it right now. Anyone play WoW here? Anyone in chat play WoW? I'm going to ask this question before we get into the fire one. Need my water. This guy took my water. Josh, what's WoW? Yeah, exactly. Imagine. Okay, so in WoW, my favorite class is Shadow Priest, right? And they're known for channeling. Stuff. They like to channel. I love channeling abilities. I like sitting there being a turret, but when I'm turreted and I get my chance to kind of sit there, I'm doing insane damage. That's what I like to do. It is what it is. It's what I like. Okay? Yeah, stealth, exactly. It's going to synergize with Ice Rogue, and imagine also, it's like, if you're just slowing people, imagine you had a barbarian, a whirlwind barbarian in your group, and you're slowing people, allowing them to just get in there and dice them up. I mean, you know, it's insane. It's insane. Okay, so we're in fire now. Let's go ahead and, obviously, we got to go fireball, right? Lucky hit, hurl flaming fireball, dealing 10% damage and inflict burning. Okay? Boom. We're going to take that. We're going to take enhanced fireball. It's cool. You have to get it. Then we have two options. Your options are Flickering Fireball. Fireball generates 2 mana when hitting a burning enemy. It's okay. Or Glinting Fireball. Critical strikes with the fireball increase the burning damage that the target takes by 20%. Now, you have to go with this one. This whole build is going to be stacking as many burns on people as possible and getting them to just burn down. Okay? Which is even more so like a Shadow Priest. Like you're getting dots and then you're sitting there spamming your Mind Flay or Incinerate, right? Yeah, mana return. That's for sour sacks. Sorry sacks. I don't know. Okay, we're going into core right away. You could go Fireball. It's cool. You could go there. I really like the enhancement effect on Fireball. When you kill an enemy, they explode in a fireball for 50% of its damage. That's pretty cool. It's not a bad enhancement effect, but that's not the ability we're going. I'm going Incinerate. 100%. I love Incinerate. Channel a beam of fire, burning enemies for 36% damage, increases by 18% per second, up to 71%. Guys, come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Listen, this is going to make you a stationary little turret. But if you can get there and get this thing off, boy, you're going to be burning up a storm, baby. You're going to be burning up a storm. Up to 71% damage, yeah. Fire damage per second, though, Josh. Per second. Also, the running tinfoil hat theory we have in Discord is that you can stack multiple fire procs onto a single enemy. We don't know for sure. Stealth kill, from what I've read here and what I was really doing when I was kind of getting into it, there's a couple of things in the tree that make it seem like you really can. Because it says something about, we'll get into it later, but there's one thing that says, per the amount of burns on the enemy, it will do such and such. So that made me think that each burning ability will add an additional burn. Yeah, so there's decimals we can't see. Enhance Incinerate. Guys, while channeling Incinerate, you take 30% less damage. This is going to be a must if you're going to sit there and be a turret, right? Like, obviously, if you're going to stand still to cast this damage to blow people up, you're going to get hit. So 30% damage will be nice. It is what it is. You have to take it to get to the thing that you want anyway. Then we have Greater Incinerate and Destructive Incinerate. Now, Destructive Incinerate is, while channeling Incinerate, you burn enemies around you for 15% of the damage per second. To me, that's trash. I'm not going with that. We're going Greater Incinerate. Incinerate now starts at full power, which is going to be the 71%. But its channeling cost is increased by 80%. So you're at full power, you can channel it less often, but you're going full power right away. This is good because, listen, you're going to run out of mana faster, but you're going to get your damage in faster, so you're a turret for less long, right? You know, you'll be a turret for, I don't know, 3-4 seconds instead of how long it would be, 5, 6, 7. 100% this is the way to go. It's insane. It's insane. Okay? There's a case to be made to grab the Fireball enhancement, and if we have points later, we will come back to it. It's not what I'm going with at all. Okay? Let's get into Conjuration, guys. Obviously, our choice here, so it would be 17.65, maybe so hitting 4 ticks equals max damage. I think so, Josh. My math is horrible, so you could be right, but yeah. Hydra. It's the only option here, guys. Hydra. So Hydra, it's funny. You see how the other ones have cooldowns, right? The other abilities. Lightning Spear has a 20-second cooldown. Ice Blades has 12 seconds. Here's the funny thing about Hydra, guys. There's no cooldown on it. It's just a mana cost. Interesting. Now, that's pretty cool. But you know what I like about this? When a burning enemy, the enhancement slot is very interesting as well. When a burning enemy is killed, a Hydra head spawns from its corpse for 3 seconds. Guys, with our build here, with Incinerate, almost every enemy we kill is going to be burning. Right? Every enemy we kill is going to be burning. You can end up with an army of Hydras if you take the enhancement slot. What? Yeah, that's insane. We get some ones in the chat if anyone is listening to what I'm saying. Guys, every burning enemy you kill is gonna spawn a Hydra head. It's gonna cost no mana. No mana. You don't have to spend the 20 mana. You just... Is there a limit to number of Hydra? Not according to this. It literally just says when a burning enemy is killed, a Hydra head spawns on its corpse. That's insane. So obviously we're taking Hydra. Let's make it last an additional 4 seconds. That's going to make it 7 seconds, like you said, Daryl. Holy crap. Then, look at this. There's 2. You could go summon Hydra. Listen to this. Hydra also burns enemies for an additional 12% of its base damage over 6 seconds. That means your Hydras can kill things and make more Hydra spawn. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, great. Or invoked Hydra. After you critically strike, Hydra gains 15% attack speed for 3 seconds. Now, that's up to you. Listen, the attack speed is cool. Attack speed is cool. I like the extra burns on more targets because imagine you have Hydras that are going to be killing enemies on their own that you're not even near. And they're going to spawn more Hydras. And they're going to spawn more Hydras. It definitely doesn't say... Listen, it doesn't say there's a limit. So Fire Mage is a control mage more or less with Hydra, that is. It seems like there is a like burn and run, summon Hydra, and kind of just make sure your Hydras are doing a lot of work. And then when you get a second, if you have room, you're sitting here and getting off these super chunky, fast greater incinerates to get burning on enemies, get them killed, and summon Hydras. I could be way off, and maybe that's not how it works. This is definitely something to test the second we can in the alpha, right? Or the early access. This is gonna be the build I'm trying first because this is what makes me the most excited. I mean, that's awesome. It's awesome. Maybe you have a legendary like Task and Theo from D3. Oh, wait till we get to Robert. Wait till we get to the legendaries. Wait till we get to the legendaries. I'm telling you, there's some good ones. Yeah, that makes sense. It would be trash for a boss fight, but in a group farm, it would be effing great. Yes, Josh, it would be trash for a boss fight, but then if worst case scenario, slot it out of your enhancement and put it as a regular skill and just start summoning Hydras that way, right? In which case you'll go summon Hydra still. Or if you're going to be summoning them on your own, you can go invoked. That way your Hydras are doing more and you're just summoning up a bunch. Actually, let me look at my notes real quick because I think I put the Hydra legendary on there. No, I didn't. Okay. But yeah, listen. To me, I don't know why. Maybe I'm stupid for thinking this Hydra thing is so cool, but I don't know why. To me, it just seems so badass. So bad. I love turrets. I love that. To me, it's cool. Obviously, this is maybe the Five Guys is pretty good, Josh. It's pretty good. Make sure you get the jalapenos on there. Load it up. Load it up. I feel like Conjuration Mastery is going to be the most broken on this one because I feel like you're always going to have Hydras active, right? So the extra 6% damage it's a no-brainer for sure. Hydra, Meteor, Incinerate. Yeah, Robert, you could be right. Okay, so Conjuration Mastery. No limits on game entity spawning probably isn't going to be the case. We're going to have to see. It's exciting. Even the thought of it is exciting. So we're going to see if there's a limit. It's still going to be good. Because like imagine you can still get 6 Hydras. It's still going to be good. Is Meteor a massive nuke, I hope? Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, guys. So let's go back. Let's go to our defensives now. Right off the bat, we're going to take Flame Shield. I don't know. For me, I'm taking it as the... I'm going to take it as the enhancement effect again. I'm going to take it as an enhancement effect again. I don't see why you wouldn't. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get the movement speed while you have it. And I'm going to get Shimmering to make it an extra 4 seconds. It's a no-brainer. Obviously, we're going Teleport. And for this one, honestly, I don't know what is the 5 out of 5 Teleport going to do? Is it just going to make the damage that you deal on Teleport do more damage? I don't know if it's worth the 5 out of 5. I think what's more worth it is getting Enhanced and then getting Shimmering for the cooldown. Right? It doesn't say, like, when I put 5 out of 5, the CD doesn't go down. The cooldown's not going down. So I don't know. For me, I say you go 1 out of 5, you get Enhanced, and then you go Shimmering. Okay? Then, listen. What do you guys think? Is it worth getting a Frost Nova? Is it worth it? I feel like it is to a certain extent. Especially, imagine you could get a Nova off and then get your chunky Incinerates off. You don't have to, maybe you don't have to go 5 out of 5. I don't know. In my initial build I didn't take Nova. I didn't take Nova. Yeah, it's 6, right? So I don't know. Maybe we don't take Nova. We're going to skip the Nova. But right now we have 1 enhancement. We still have 1. Guys, remember. Actually, no, we have 2. Now we have 2. We have our Hydra enhancement and our Flame Shield enhancement. We can't have any more enhancement slots, guys. We cannot. Okay, because there's only 2 now. We're full up. Okay, now we're going to be going into... Let's go into Mastery first. Okay? Now, this is interesting. First off, remember how many active abilities do we have right now? We got to keep track of that. We have our Teleport, right? We have our Teleport. We have our Incinerate. And we have our Fireball. So that's 3. We still have 3 more actives we can have, guys. Okay? Now, we're in Mastery. Right off the bat, Meteor is insane. But Meteor is a 40 mana cost ability, guys. It's 40 mana. That's a lot. That's a hefty toll. And while it is going to do damage, it's also going to take away from our Incinerate. There is a case to be made that maybe you can't always get Incinerates off and you got to cast some Meteors. But Robert, we already have both of our enchants used for Flame Shield and for Hydra. And now there's only 2 enhancement slots, not 3. So I don't know. We could. It depends. Do you guys want to lose? We could take out the Flame Shield enchant and Hydra, I think, is better to use it. Yeah, Hydra is good. You could use Hydra, but it depends. For trash, it's better as a enhancement slot. For bosses, it's better as a use. I don't know. We could always... Why don't we do this? We'll use Flame Shield. We can use it as an active. We'll be smart enough to know if we have to cast it as a defensive, right? Fine. We'll take Meteor. Take Meteor as our second enhancement then. Every time an enemy takes burning damage, there's a 3% chance a Meteor falls on them. Guys, Meteor's an AoE. We're going to be burning massive amounts of mobs at once. I'll take it. Now, if a Meteor hits 3 or more enemies, there's a 30% chance an additional Meteor will come. Okay, listen, it's RNG, but when it comes, it comes. Now, you're not going to go Mage's Meteor if we're putting it as an enhancement because it's not going to cost us mana, but it would make it fall 30% faster is good, but no. Meteor's impact immobilizes enemies for 2 seconds. That's great. That's great, right? So I say we put this as an enchantment. We grab Enhance. We grab Wizards. How do we feel? I like that. You can have both Skill and Enhance equipped. Oh, you could have the Skill and the Enhance. It's nice. Okay, so in that case, we could do that. Oh. No, you could have them both, they're saying. So if you could have both, you could take the enhancement on Meteor and put it on your bar, and maybe you just start bombing out these Meteors. At the end of the day, the thing about Meteor I don't love is the cooldown, or the mana cost. Now, but look at this. Daryl, we have enough slots still to have them both, though. We have enough slots. We're going to go Firewall. We have to. You're going to see with this build. Creates a wall of flames that burns enemies for 160 damage over 8 seconds. That's another burn that we're going to put on enemies, okay? Then, Enhanced Firewall. Daryl, good point. Enemies that stand in Firewall for at least 2 seconds are going to take 25% increased burning damage from all sources. Coop, you get 2. You get 2 enhancements. Enchantments. Guys. Incinerate's damage, entire damage profile is burning. So we're now going to make that. For anyone who stands in a Firewall, they're going to take 25% more damage from it. Okay? Think about that. That's insane. Then, Mage's Firewall. Each enemy standing in Firewall increases your mana regeneration by 5%. Or Wizard's Firewall. You deal 5% increased damage per active Firewall. I like that all day. You put up 2 of those, 3 of those up. Then you have them in there. They're taking more damage. Boom, you incinerate. Okay? There you go. Yeah, exactly. Boss killer for sure. Couple of Firewalls, they're standing in there, then you freaking flamethrower them down. It will be insane. All right? Now, look at this, guys. There's some great points here. Chances are you're going to probably want to go, I believe if you go 5 out of 5 Firewall, it'll make the damage of the Firewall more, correct? So then, Inner Flames. Your Pyromancy skills deal 8% increased damage after you haven't taken any damage for 3 seconds. It's good. It's good. We'll take 3 out of 3 there. Devouring Flames. Your Pyromancy skills deal 1% increased direct damage for each source of burning on an enemy. Guys, our whole build is making people burn. It's free damage. 2 to 3 Hydra, Firewall, Meteor, and Incinerate. GG at the moment. This build, it has my name on it. Yeah, Robert, this for me is the build I'm most excited for. It seems insane in theory. Hopefully, in practice, it's good as well, but we'll see. Soulfire. Fireball and Meteor have a 1% chance to increase critical strike per enemy hit. I'm not going this. I don't want to put the 3 points into that. It's not for me. Okay? Now it's going to Ultimate, guys. There's some really cool things in Ultimate, and it starts with Inferno. I'm sure you guys have seen the cooldown for Inferno. It's the giant, like, snake that's going to pulsate in and out. It's going to do insane damage and then explode, dealing 50% of that damage after 8 seconds, okay? This is another one. You put this on a boss as well. Yikes. Can we get some yikes in the chat for the amount of boss damage fire is going to do? I dare bosses to sit still on a Firewall, an Inferno, have some Hydras out, and then take a full Incinerate to the damn face. I dare you. I dare you. That is huge yikes. Huge yikes, okay? Then, enemies inside of Inferno's final explosion are immobilized for 4 seconds. Dude. If you time it right, let's say you see enemies coming at you. Let's say you have enemies coming at you from a mile away. You pop down your Inferno real quick. You know they're coming. You let that explode on them. Then you Firewall them. You incinerate them. They're dead fast. Then, Supreme Inferno. Guys, listen to this. Listen to this. This is what makes Inferno really crazy for our build in particular. Killing a burning enemy reduces Inferno's cooldown by 1 second. Guys, what does every enemy we're going to be killing have? Burning. They're all going to be burning. Every single one of them. That means pretty much every enemy we kill is going to reduce our cooldown of Inferno. Holy crap. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. Dude. No. Now that needs some huge. That's not a yikes. That's a huge. That's a huge. Huge is in the chat if you have it. If you're not a member, just type huge. But I want full huge. That is insane. Insane, bro. So, we're going that, okay? That's great for boss with ads. Yeah, 100%. Imagine, because You're going to be killing the ads, reducing the cooldown, but also immobilizing anyone who don't die, burning. Oh my god, it's great. So far, listen, for solo play we're talking now. I think this is the best build. This is the best build. Now, there's also it's a selfish build in group play, but imagine if you could actually sit there constantly and get full incinerates off while people are in maybe the burning firewall and they're taking the like shots. And let's say you had a tank who is maybe a barbarian or a druid or something like that, and you are getting there to sit there. I do think this will still be the highest damage potential sorcerer. I think so. Of course, tuning and practical use is going to, really show us if that's true or not. We'll see. Dan, if that's the case, you and me might be going yikes together. But okay, so there's that, guys. We're level 46. We still have to get to 50 and then have our 15 renown points, okay? Yeah, I think you're probably right. In higher tiers of hell, they probably will. If anything, you could always respec. No big deal. Okay, so, guys, look at this. Guys, look at this. You guys are going to love this. Tell me if you guys love this. Immolated flesh. Burning enemies deal 4.5% reduced damage. Now, guys, remember, we're already taking 30% reduced damage while we're channeling Incinerate from enemies who are burning, right? Brad, can you get a quick recap? Yeah, guys, we're going to give a quick recap for Brad. He just got here. Also, let's get some hellos in chat and some claps in the chat for Brad. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, Brad, so this is our third and final build we've been working on for the day. It is a fire build that is going to focus mostly on our flamethrower incinerate and burning enemies, okay? So you have to start with fireball. It's our core skill it's our non-mana spender that's going to allow us to do something when we have no mana. It is what it is. You got to upgrade it. Then you're going into core. The core is where the build is going to actually start, right? We're going incinerate. You're going 5 out of 5 there. And that's basically it. Now, incinerate's a flamethrower, Brad, okay? It's going to make you just kind of stand still and flamethrower the hell out of mobs. It's going to put burning on them, and it's going to really start the build. Then you're going enhanced incinerate. While channeling incinerate, you take 30% less damage. That's sick. That's sick. And that's going to come into more play later. Then your greater incinerate. Incinerate now starts at full power, but its channeling cost is increased by 80%. What skills are you thinking about taking for passive? Kilt, do you mean as the enhancement effects? Because if you mean for enhancement, in this build, we decided to go Hydra and Meteor. We took off of, we had Flame Shield as one of them, but we thought the Meteor is too juicy because it gives every time you deal burning damage to an enemy a 3% chance to summon a Meteor. That's a little juicy for a fire and forget, like, you don't even have to worry about it. So we could take the active immunity. We'll still get our 4 seconds of active immunity and our 4 seconds of movement speed when we need it. So it's fine. No big deal. It's also only a 20. Guys, keep this in mind too, right? Keep this in mind. While it's not a cheat death, right? It is 4 seconds of immunity every 20 seconds. So, listen. Yeah, I like it. Let's look at Flame Bolt passive. Wait, Firebolt? Or do you mean Fireball? Fireball, every time they explode, every time you kill an enemy, they explode. But it doesn't make them burn. So it doesn't... Oh, Flame Bolt. Oh, Firebolt. Your direct damage has a 100% chance to burn enemies for 23%. Yeah, it's good, but I feel like we need to have the basic non-mana spending ability. And without that, we won't have it, If you need... Maybe if we get certain gear that basically makes mana a non-issue. Yes. But for this one in particular, we gotta have that. Okay, so... Sorry, Brad. Sorry. So we're back to Incinerate. We're here. Went to Conjuration. You grabbed Hydra. Hydra is our enhancement effect. every time we kill an enemy, it's going to summon a Hydra. Okay. Enhanced Hydra is going to make it last 4 seconds. And then our Hydras are going to gain... Actually, we don't want to do this. We want to do this. Hydras make enemies burn too. Patrick, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. You know what? You're right. You're right. We got the suit on. It's not like that, though. It's not like that, bro. You know I love you. I love you. Blizzard that burns summons meteors. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. We are just a little bit in this build right now. We seem a little bit ability like capped. Like we don't have much room to even put the Blizzard in, you know? Also, look at this firewall. This is what we really want. Enemies that stand in a firewall for at least 2 seconds take 25% increased burning damage. The build is, like, this whole build is based around making our Incinerate, that flamethrower, do more damage. I want a... Listen, you're a turret. You're summoning your own turrets, but you're a turret yourself, and you're just gonna pump. That's the whole purpose of this build, right? Okay, so now we're over back to the ultimates. We got our Inferno. Yes. Okay. Immolated Flesh. Burning enemies deal 13.5% reduced damage. Plat! Oh, shit! Plat! Oh, shit! If you enchant Fireball, you can actually use Frostball as a base spell and slow the enemies or even freeze them before you... Oh, crap. Daryl, good point. You make a good point. I just don't know if it's as strong. And maybe there is a case for it. I just don't know if it's as strong as enchanting the Hydra or the Meteor, dude. Yeah, definitely. Kilt, are you in the Discord? Join the Discord and just send me a message. DM me, dude. Okay, so guys, remember, while we're channeling Incinerate, which Daryl or whoever asked, Chroma, actually, sorry. While you're channeling Incinerate, yes, you will be stationary. You're going to be stationary, okay? Which is why it gives you 30% reduced damage while you're stationary casting it. But burning enemies will also deal 13.5 reduced damage. Plat, you know I have a mullet. I've had a mullet forever, bro. You know that for a fact. So I don't know what you're asking. What's going on in the back of my head? Yeah, prick. So you're going to be taking, 43.5% reduced damage while you're channeling Incinerate to burning enemies. That's insane, okay? But that's not what we're really going for. Look at this. Killing a burning enemy increases attack speed. We're not really an attack speed build so much unless attack speed, and can someone confirm this with me, will attack speed make our Incinerate proc or tick faster? Someone confirm that? If so, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's like the... Okay. So then, definitely, we're taking Fiery Surge, right? Plat, I love you, bro. Miss you. Attack speed will be good for Hydra either way. You're right, for sure. So we're going to take Fiery Surge and then Pyromania. Look, you deal 3% increased critical strike damage per nearby burning enemy up to 50% damage. You got to take that. It's a no-brainer. And you know what? Burning effects, what do you guys think? Is it worth it to make burning effects last 6% longer? Because I just feel like every attack we do, I don't know, man. I just feel like we're going to have people, anyone who's around us is going to be burning constantly anyway. I don't know if it's worth 3 points to make it last longer. But what do you guys think? I say for now we don't. I don't know. Yeah, I think it could be skipped. I think you're right, dude. I think for now we skip it. Okay, so let's see. We have more points. First, we have to go into our capstone. Look, 50% chance to gain 1 mana per source of burning on the enemy. It's a lucky hit. So every time, I guess, someone help. I didn't understand this. It depends on stack, burn damage, or resets it. Yeah, good point. Stun plus stun killer skill. Skills won't be meta on release, so CC'd enemies has huge debuff that you can wreck. Yeah, I mean, good point, but this build, we don't really have many ways of stunning in this build, you know? So I don't know about how that would help so much. So we have Warmth, Lucky Hit, up to 50% chance to gain 1 mana per source of burning on the enemy. So does that mean every time a burn does damage to any enemy, we have a chance of gaining 1 mana? If so, it's pretty good. But Isu's Ferocity, you deal 25% increased burning damage to enemies over 50% life and 25% increased pyromancy skill, direct damage, under 50% life. For me, screw the mana. I'm all about the extra damage. Boom. You gotta go this. Isu's Ferocity, right? I mean, that's just me. That's just me. What do you guys think? The mana's cool, and maybe we could be mana starved, especially if we're like spamming incinerates. Yeah, for sure. We put all the incinerate points, dude. Yeah, you got to take in this build. I feel like it doesn't make sense if you don't, because you don't really want to be standing. You don't want to be standing there channeling incinerate for too long, right? But you're right. For this build, don't worry about mana regeneration. Erdem's saying mana is not an issue. If it wasn't an issue, then maybe it's not. Listen, at the end of the day, right, I feel like this one is going to come down to, if mana ends up being an issue, you go Warmth. If it's not, go the Ferocity and take the extra damage, right? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially imagine this will make boss killing pretty nice. So I'd say for now you go this. If you have mana problems, whether it's because of your gear or whatever it may have you, take Warmth, but I would say go this. Now we have some more points that we have. What is it? We have 8 more points. We only took 1 out of 5 in Meteor. We could put the 4 extra points to get there for the enhancement effect. Would that make Meteor do more damage? Can someone confirm that? Will the 4 extra points there make the Meteor do more damage? We also have Hydra. I feel like going 5 out of 5 to Hydra is better, because we're going to be killing enemies a lot more, getting more Hydras to come out. Is it known if burn stacks or resets if you cast Fireball over and over? Does the 40... I think it will keep resetting the duration. Yeah, so... No, you can't choose both. So if you have a choice node there, you have to pick one of the choice nodes. Okay, so we have more points. What do you guys think? Flame Shield. I don't really care. Like, the burning damage around me to enemies with Flame Shield is not really great. It's not really... It doesn't seem worth it. It's not worth the points. What I could say is... I feel like we put our points into... The final points, I would say we put into Meteor for the extra Meteor damage, right? And that puts us at 15 out of 15 exactly. Yeah, max points into Meteor and Hydra. Those are enhancement slots. Those are enhancement spells. They're fire. You don't have to think about them, but I feel like they're going to do massive damage, especially with the fact that every enemy we fight is going to be burning, right? So I think they're both going to do wonders for us. Wonders for us. And then we still have 1 extra active ability slot. So when it does come time for a boss fight, you could drop the Hydra enhancement and put it as an active. And then just summon them and run around if you need, right? So that's what I would say to do. Now let's go into legendary affixes, guys. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, right off the bat, my favorite one. It's the one that, before I even made the build, I was looking at the legendary aspects. This is the one that made me make this build. And it's right here. While channeling Incinerate, your burning damage is increased by 20%. Guys, come on. Come on. Yeah, always keep your mana, build, or skill on your base rotation. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying, Erdem. You can't not have one of those, right? But look at this, man. Aspect of Conflagration. Holy crap. Can we get some huges in the chat? Can we get some freaking huge... The Flamethrower Dream is going to be real once you get this. Like, don't get me wrong. The damage is going to be fine before. But you're adding on top of all of the other modifiers 20% more damage. Dude, that's a big yikes. Dude, come on. Come on. What are we talking about? What are we freaking talking about? 100%. if this is your build, you're going for that right away. Okay, we also have right here. Look at this one. This one's gonna go absolutely nuts. Nuts with the incinerates, right? Aspect of Inner Calm. Deal 3% increased damage for every second you stand still. Up to 30%. Holy shit. Bro. Oh my god. Oh my yikes. Oh my yikes. Oh my freaking yikes. Dude, no. This is it. This is the one. This is the one. You grab this, you grab this. I mean, we're talking about nuts stuff, right? We then have another one. Okay, good. Watch this one. This one is good for mobility and kind of getting out of place, right? Coming in contact with your firewall will grant you 15% movement speed for 4 seconds. Listen, we are it's an immobile thing. Other than teleport and the speed increase from Flame Shield, we're going to be standing still a lot. We have to be able to reposition ourselves to be able to do that standing still, right? So you're going to need your teleport. You're going to need the movement speed from Flame Shield. Now with this, you could get 15% increased movement speed as long as you have 20 mana. You run through your firewall, put it right on top of you. I think this is great. This is great. Guys, this is the fire build. What do you guys think? To me, this was the build I was most hyped about and most yikes about, to be honest with you. This is the one I felt is the most interesting. But what do you guys think? Let's get it in the chat. Which builds are you guys the most excited about? Are you most excited for lightning, cold, fire? What do you guys think? Hold aspect of the spectant, get it to 50% and then hold incinerate with diamond hands. Oh crap, hold on. We gotta look at this for my boy. Where is it? Enemies hit with basic skills increase the damage of your next course build by 5%. Oh shit. Yeah, that's good. Actually, you're right. That's insane. Yeah, imagine that. Oh wow, yeah. We have some colds, we have fire. Looks like fire seems to be the one most people are hyped about. That's the one I'm going in as soon as it starts. I'm screwing over Sky bad. I know he wants me to be an ice sork to help his rogue, but screw that, bro. We gotta be selfish. He's already had me locked up in the attic too long. It's time for me to break free. Be my own man for once in my damn life. So, that's it, y'all. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a good stream. What was the average? How many people we have in here right now? 152? Guys, I can't believe it. Thank you guys so much. Guys, let's do this. Let's go over, look at this skill showcase one more time, just so we can go over some of this. Oh, okay. Okay. Wait, clicking again. Watch this, guys. Let's watch this again. We got Frostbolt here. We're going to go over the skills that they have. Everyone. And that frozen orb is so sick. It looks so damn cool. Fireball cool in its own right. There it is. That's the ability. That's the ability right there. Those little. How would you structure this for a level 25? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, things would have to be different because you have to make sure, and you're not going. I don't think you're going 5 out of 5. Well, you're gonna go 5 out of 5 on 5 out of 5 incinerate. Michael, we don't have a set group yet, but I would like to put one together. I think it would be really cool. It would be really cool to get one together with me and Sky. Caleb, the best part about it is the fact that we're gonna get to it's gonna be cheap to reset your talents while you're low level. So I'm just gonna try a bunch of different things. We'll see what we end up liking the most. Yeah, we have a Discord area where you could actually look for groups. So if anyone's looking for a group, go into the Discord. There is a looking for group section there. Hell yeah, Michael, dude. I know Cooper is. Are you what are you playing on? PC, PS5? What are you playing on? the whole point of us putting together the Discord is to get people to play together. Oh, Michael, if you're PS5, Cooper is your guy. You and Cooper definitely should be playing together. Coop is the PS5 guy. Oh, nice. All right, cool. Yeah, me and Sky are playing on PC, but it's gonna be a good time, man. It's gonna be a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking with me. I know we were here for a while, so forgive me for that. It was a pleasure, man. It was an absolute pleasure doing this for you guys, being here. Do we have any questions? Any questions or anything that you want me to talk about before we close it off, or what's going on? Oh, you can group up cross-platform, huh? That's sick. Oh, yeah, we're going to be able to play. All right, Robert. Peace out, y'all. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, remember, we're currently in Act 2 of our membership goal on the channel. Every member we gain means we're one step closer away to fulfilling not only my dream, but my best friend Sky's dream of being full-time content creators. If you become a member, you're going to get exclusive member icons to have in the live stream. You're going to have early access to upcoming content. You're going to get an awesome Comeback Kids logo next to your name in chat. You're going to get some perks in the Discord community. Listen, also don't forget, every member we get, every donation we get, we're going to put back into the channel as well. We just did a giveaway on the last stream. We gave away what is it, the $70 version of the game. We're doing our next giveaway that we announced a month ago already. We're doing that, what is it, on Monday or Tuesday next week? Tuesday next week. And we have more giveaways coming. Honestly, we'll probably do one more giveaway even before launch of beta. Who knows? So, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you all for the love, for the energy. This was great, man. I guess we'll see you all in the next one. Peace.